Hush Your Face is coming straight to your ears. A podcast network that's changing gears, bringing fresh funky pods with a fresh funky beat. A family of pods that are bringing the heat. There ain't no stopping us. Keep coming back to us, sick ass pods that'll make you hush. www Hush Your Face. www Hush Your Face. www.hushyourface.com.
The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 178, being recorded on November 18, 2017. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, also known as Jesuswalksalot. Today, I'm joined by my friend from the West Coast, the best coast, Henley, Merrill, Gunnychief. Welcome back.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey. No live show today, ladies and gentlemen, but we are joined by another friend of ours from the great state of Oregon, beautiful state of Oregon. Johnathan Hall is here, Penpointred. Welcome back.
Hey, yo. Hey, tonight, the West Coast is the best coast.
That's right, because nobody in the East Coast could make it. Look at that.
Fuck y'all, East Coast.
Guys, we're usually live on Facebook, on our Facebook page, Horrible Gamers Podcast, but not tonight because our East Coast friend, the Canadian, as you all know him, Gib8777 couldn't make it tonight. So it's just us, and we're going to deliver the content no matter what, because that's what we do here at Horrible Gamers. You can follow us on Twitter at _Horrible Gamers. Leave us a voicemail at 971-319-1421. Leave us a review on iTunes or on Google Play. Thumbs up on Stitcher, 5-star, whatever the fuck. You know what to do. Network is Hush Your Face. You go over there to hushyourface.com and you can listen to the other shows that are part of our network, like our brother show, the Horribly Awkward Podcast, or our sister show, the Nerd of Wells Podcast, because why not? Just go ahead, go listen to them. Go now. And join our Facebook group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. That's where all the gamers from the Horrible Gamers get together and play games and talk shit to each other and do all the fun stuff that we do there. And you can always email us, feedback@horriblegamers.com, to let us know what you think of the show. If you like it, you hate it, you love us, you hate us, you hate the East Coast, the West Coast is the best coast, you let us know. Feedback@horriblegamers.com. But yeah, guys, let's talk about video games this week. It's a long intro. It's like 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, rain, snow, or shine, we deliver.
Extended version.
We're going to talk about video games this week, about the Xbox One X, about many, many, many different things. Starting off with what we've been playing this week. Johnathan, since you are our guest, what have you been playing?
Oh, man. Okay, I've been playing Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Okay.
But I'm sure we're all going to talk about that, so I'll hold that one off. But whenever I'm playing that, I actually am thinking to myself, man, I'd rather be playing Titanfall. So I've been playing a lot of Titanfall lately, as always.
Original or two, or both?
Both. Yeah, I'll start off with one, and then whenever shit goes shitty on one, I'll jump to the other.
Okay.
But and then a little bit of Destiny 2 still, just to kind of keep in there and keep relevant.
Awesome.
But yeah, Star Wars Battlefront 2 has been probably like 80% of my gameplay this week or whatever. So good times.
All right. Oh, well.
Story wise, just multiplayer.
I play a little bit of the campaign, but I suck at whenever I play by myself, I realize I suck at video games. So even on easy, I'm still getting my ass kicked on like the second level. I realize I'm more of a bottom feeder player. So I play multiplayer, and then whenever people are distracted by another player kicking their ass, I'll come in and sneak the kill, and that's how I play, I guess. And I'm just now realizing that this week.
That's what I do with Destiny too. Like, oh my god, let me just flank. Let me just get him from the side.
Yeah. I never like the. I mean, I guess on Titanfall 2, I'm like I am the spear, the arrow. But on every other game, though, I'm definitely like a bottom feeder. So it's good times.
Yeah.
Great. Yep.
What about you, Gunny?
Only got a ton of overtime this week delivering wines and spirits, so I only had time for Shadow of War, which I'm still picking away at. I'm still in that first section of the map. I'm sure I'm going to go to different places, but it's just jump in and just start hacking away at dudes.
So how far are you in the game? Have you made it to Alexandria?
No, I'm like, I think you level up slowly. I think I'm like only level 6.
Oh man, you're behind me. How did that happen?
No. This is Shadow of War.
Oh, Shadow of War. I thought you were talking about Assassin's Creed. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did play that as well. But yeah, Shadow of War. I think I'm only level 6.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a very large area.
It's just a lot of things to do, man. Like I was playing that the other day too, and there's just tons of things to do, man. You go from securing an area, killing a captain. All of a sudden, like 3 more captains pop up, and you're like, "Wow, okay, I guess I'll go kill these guys too."
Oh yeah.
And then more guys pop up. It's just really weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, do I just have to kill all the captains in that area?
I'm confused. I don't know either. I think you have to kill the main guys, the main captains, but I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know. I'm just running around killing things.
Yeah, because you know how it shows that nemesis system, and everybody's up on that castle.
Yeah. I think you have to kill those guys.
Ooh,
the castle
great.
guys. But I think to get to them, you have to kill the bottom guys. So
you notice how you start off at the castle, but then you have to kind of work your way out, and then I'm betting what's going to happen is you work your way back in, because that's where the cinematic story started.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, how all that works.
Yeah, but it's I love the, what would you call it, the grinding of just going at lower level dudes and just kind of hitting them 3 or 4 times, mashing X, and boom, moving on to the next guy. Because it seems like every time I'm like, all right, I want to target this guy. He's like level 9 or whatever. Like, that's going to be my main objective. And it never works out that way. I end up just some other random place, fighting other bosses and lower guys. And
so you're just smashing a little bit.
My way to him. Or he finds me,
Mm-hmm.
So, but I remember the other day I was playing where I was like, oh man, this guy's like level 10 or something. There's no way I'm going to kill him. And like he starts chasing me, and I shoot those explosive barrels, and the guy just like, he's down for the count, I was like, oh my God, how did I do that? And it shows like, oh, he's susceptible to, fire or whatever his weaknesses are. So
how much do the phobias and shit come into play? Like, I heard about that as far as like, so if you're making your lineup and you have like an orc that's afraid of fire, like how much does that affect?
A little bit, because you might find some that like you might have, it might reveal one weakness, or it might reveal 3 or 4 weaknesses. So I think the more weaknesses, the more, the more damage they would take. What do they call them? Sneak attacks or whatever. Like, how many times can you do that? Pretty much one time, unless you run away, and then he's like searching for you, and then you can come back and do another sneak attack. But other than that,
what are some of the other cool like weaknesses beside like those funny? Is there any funny ones on there that just come into play?
Not that I've seen. They all seem to be relatively the same. There's like
I'm afraid of horses, and then all of a sudden the horse link may come up, and the guy runs. Nothing like that.
Some are like distracted by those creatures that are locked behind cages, and but again, you're going to take damage from their hits as well. So, yeah. But and again, the game looks phenomenal in ultra HDR. I'd say that game is probably like, wow, every time I turn it on, just the lighting in that game is amazing. Other than that, just Assassin's Creed Origins. I went back into that today. I'm like, I just want to roam around and explore. And yeah, I've just been taking my camel and just heading out. That's what I was doing today. Oh, what's this area?
Camel.
Try to stay in the lower level areas, like the 1 through 5 and the, all the way up through level 17. I believe it is. Like there's different areas, but it's kind of nice. Like it'll show you like, like, hey, if you're going to go into this area here, everything's going to be red and you're not going to be able to take them down. So yeah, just doing some side missions, trying to get up to, I think it's level 20 so I can continue the story. So it's not much of a grind. I should be able to, just from those side missions, I feel like I'm leveling up each time to continue the story. So yeah, that's all I played this week, guys.
Awesome! Time for Jesus roundup of what I've been playing this week. I've been playing lots of games. I've been playing games like City Skylines, Gunny. City Skylines got a recent update this week, which added metro lines, so you can now add a metro like train to the middle of the street, like a streetcar.
Yes.
You can add those now. They added those. They added snow, rain, fog effects.
But I thought I saw, when I looked in the Xbox store, I thought it was part of like, now is it because you bought it on the original day one, you get all those upgrades? Or I thought that, because I saw the store, I think it was like $79 or something.
Yeah, well, that might be the game with like the first DLC or something.
Did you buy the season pass, or how does that work?
I did. I ended up buying it because the DLC was like $13.
Oh man, that's cheap.
And they have like 6 DLCs planned, and the season pass is like $40.
Yeah.
So I was
I have all those.
I did the math, and I was like, well, I'm gonna pay like $60 or $70 for the DLC. I might as well just pay $40 and get all of it up front,
Smart deal.
So I did that. And then, but yeah, I've been playing the DLC, Gunny. So I continue on my CD Jesuswalksalot, and I was having issues because I built the stupid tram system, and it was all broken, and I couldn't finish. You know how you have to finish the lines or whatever, like the transport lines?
Yes.
I couldn't finish it because like I didn't have a loop, so I had to build more roads and upgrade my roads, and then it's just a mess, man. It was a mess.
Yeah, well, is there a way to go in there like there is on PC where you can just go in and say, okay, just transportation, what is it, like in the index or something, and then it should show where that line's broken? Yeah,
it does, and you can see it. You can see it, but it was shitty, man. Because then I wanted to get rid of my metro line, so I downgraded all my roads back to normal roads. So I was like, I don't need metro. I have like enough buses and shit running around town. But then it was like, well, your line's not finished, and it kept telling me that. So I was like, I got bugged by it. I was like, I'm gonna go back and build it again. So I built it again, and it's just, I don't know, man. It was tricky trying to figure all that out. And then on top of that, my city started losing money. I started off with $4 million. I ended up with like $600,000 by the time I was able to rescue my city. And what by rescue, I mean able to get it to start making money, because for like the longest time there, I was losing per turn like $250,000 per like turn, or per week, or per day, or something like that. And it's just because my taxes were all screwed up. I lowered a bunch of the taxes to like 8% to fucking get people to move into the city. And then I got rid of all the jobs.
Oh, great.
I got rid of all the industrial jobs, and then I built a bunch of offices, and then I upgraded the education levels, and then I was like, well, fuck, I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I was trying to figure it out, and then finally I kind of went online and I searched around, and good old Steam, I found a few forums in there where people were like, just keep your taxes at 12% and
yes,
your education level's high if you're going to have no industry in your city, like no factories. Keep your education levels really high so people can get office jobs and stuff. So then I built like 5 more universities, like 5 more high schools, 5 more elementary schools. And so now there's like schools and parks everywhere. And I have a bunch of offices built, and my city's making money again. It's making like $27,000 per turn. Not near what I was making before, because I mean, before I was making like $300,000 a turn which is why I had 3 million, 4 million bucks in the bank. But right now I'm making about 30,000 per turn. But the taxes are steady at 12%. I know it sounds boring, probably to the listeners, but the game is really interesting on how you have to manage everything, man. And like I said, my city was going to go bankrupt. I was like, fuck, what do I do? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And then finally I figured it out. And I was like, oh, thank God. Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, tax talk.
Because it's like, I know what you're talking about with the tram system, where, if you don't already plan your city around a tram system, then it's hard to make it afterwards.
Yeah, it is. It's really hard to install it in there. Yeah, I think you have to, best way to experience this DLC is to start a new city. Because they also added new cities to the game. They added snow cities, like cities that are covered in like snow. I guess they're in constant winter time.
Yeah, and I think once you lay down one of those, that's the other thing too, where you've got your water pipes running. And I think if you don't put down any of those hot water pipes, I'll call them, or boilers, I think everything will be fine. It's just once you lay down that first pipe, it's like, okay, now you've entered a mode where you want to keep everything warm.
Yeah, and that's for the winter maps. I'm playing on a regular map right now, so that's not really a problem. But they did add that shit to the game as well, like the new heating element of the game, where you have to, if you like start a new city in like the winter part of the fucking game, you have to deal with snow plows and all that stuff. So yeah.
And then you got to have you also have to have different down here in California we call them Caltrans, but you got to have like all the snow plows and everything, and those got to be strategically placed so that they can clear the roads.
Yep. So I have to figure that out. I might start a new city in the wintertime. But I'm not 100% sure because it takes a lot of investment and time and just big time sink. But yeah. But another game that I've been playing this week is, of course, I went back and I played some different games. I played a 360 game, actually, a Civilization Revolution, another game that's like about strategy and civilization and starting like a country and all that crap. Oh man, that game is hard. It's kicking my ass. I'm playing it on like a harder difficulty now. Because I was like, I'm pretty experienced with this game. I beat it in that difficulty before because I see it on there that I was able to beat it before. And this time, like, I was getting my ass kicked, man. Like, I had 3 cities barely. Like, I made, like, 3 little cities, and I had my country going. And all of a sudden, I have the Germans attacking me, the Zulu attacking me, all these fucking countries attacking me. I was like, oh, man, I couldn't get a break. I couldn't. And, yeah. But that's a 360 game for you.
Did they destroy you or what?
No. They couldn't destroy me because I had good defenses, but I didn't have any offense. Like, I literally was making troops to defend my city, but I couldn't make enough troops to attack them back. So I have a bunch of defensive guys, but nobody attacking them back. It was shitty. And then on top of that, playing that game was really weird because finally, when I was able to get like 50 units on my army near an enemy city, and I was about to take it over. And guess what happens when I was about to take it over? The game crashed. It crashed. Oh. And I was like, what the fuck? I was so mad. I was
inside job.
I was pissed, dude. I didn't even turn on my Xbox after that. I just turned it off and was like, fuck this shit. And I walked away because I was so mad at my Xbox for crashing on me that very moment. Literally, my army had just got there and I was going to attack him right after that turn. And nope. And started making noises and fucking crashed and froze. And I was like, oh, this is bullshit.
Did you make a grocery sandwich?
Power of the X can't handle the fucking 360 games. But of course, other games that I've been playing this week, of course, newer games. I went to play Shadow of War like you did, Gunny, and I was like, I'm not feeling this. So I went back to Assassin's Creed. And I'm not done with that game, but I'm going to take it slow where I'm playing it because the fact that, it's just so big, man. So much to do. Now I got people chasing me around the map. Those like little devils on the map. You know what I mean? The red guys.
Yeah, they chase you early on.
I have those motherfuckers chasing me around now. And I'm like barely level 18 and they're just...
Same here.
They'll kill you so fast.
I went to do a side mission today and I'm like, this is going to be so easy. I'm in such a small area. It was one of those, go in, go to the cage, press Y to unlock door. pick the guy up. You can put him on the horse or carry him all the way to the objective, but you really just want to put him on the back of your camel and take him, a few hundred feet back. But it was like, before I knew it, like this lion showed up. I was like, where the fuck did the lion come from? And then here comes one of those red devil guys, and they're like, what, level...
Are those the guys that are on fire, Gunny? Who the fuck are the guys that are on fire? They look like ghosts. Have you seen those guys?
No, but No, I don't think I've seen them. But
those
the guys
motherfuckers, they're like hardcore, dude. They're like ghosts. They're like... You can see them wearing like armor, like Roman armor. They have like the Roman armor on. But they're like ghosts when they like...
They're like 8 feet tall.
Yeah, and they have like... Say. They're not like... They don't have bodies. They're like smoke figures, and like... They're on fire. You could see like there's smoke coming off of them, and they're on fire, and they'll destroy you, dude. They'll like completely. You can't do any damage to them at all, like at all.
No, I tried. I tried to light my arrows on fire and shoot them, and I thought I'll just flank them, and you can't assassinate. You can't even. There's not even an option for why. Yeah,
it's really weird. I mean, I had my guy on autopilot and my stupid horse, and I was like autopilot to that tower over there. So I was just. When I put my horse in autopilot, what I do is I'll fucking let it just do that thing, and I'll be on my phone, looking at my phone, messages, and I'm just like, autopilot, motherfucker, and autopilot, and he was going across the map.
Auto horse.
Next thing you know, it said, you're outnumbered, and you're being followed, and I look back on the screen, there's like 4 guys on horses, they're on fire, they have like Ghost Rider horses, and they're just fucking destroying me. Like my horse couldn't outrun them. My horse was full speed, and they were like just right next to me. I was like, oh, damn. Wow. Damn, I screwed up. And then what I did was...
like constantly hunting you down, or...?
Yeah, they're constantly chasing you.
They're kind of roaming around the map, but then they just randomly will show up. It's like when you're doing like in certain
I heard about like the Nemesis system where you'll have like some dude that is constantly after you. But so there's the Nemesis system. Wait, no, this is a fucking other game.
This is Assassin's Creed, man. God, drugs are bad, people. Don't do drugs. God damn, Jonathan.
God damn it.
Anyways, but I mean, I played some more Assassin's Creed, but that game is still doing this thing for me. I'm gonna continue playing it.
So this is the Assassin's Creed Nemesis system, basically, is what we're talking about.
No, they're called mercenaries or something like that, and I think they're after you because you killed one of their leader. Once you killed that guy...
There's a bounty out.
Yeah, there's a bounty on your head.
That's pretty cool.
And they're just chasing you around.
Do you ever... Can you do shit to up your bounty? Like, no. Is it one of those things where you can see yourself like, oh, I was like $500, but now I'm like $1,000?
No, it's nothing like Red Dead or nothing like that, no.
Okay, curious. All right.
That doesn't exist in the game. It's just these guys are out to kill you because you kill like one of their leaders or something. But another game that I played this week, guys, that I was just playing right now before you guys got on, was Star Wars Battlefront. I played a lot of that game. I beat the campaign already.
Oh, nice.
As Iden Versio, was that her name?
Yeah.
The campaign is good. It's really good, and there was times where the campaign did have bugs. So, certain cutscenes, my TV was flickering. I thought my TV was broken for a minute. I was like, what the fuck's going on with this thing? And then the cutscene would change, and all of a sudden the flickering would stop. So I'm assuming it was a bug with the game. And there's been other bugs in the multiplayer as well. Where
I totally got stuck in the mud puddle earlier. I was playing with Paradox, and I was just running as a droid, and I jumped in this mud puddle, and I just couldn't jump out of it, and I couldn't kill myself with a grenade or anything. I was stuck.
Yeah, I mean, what happened was, I was playing in the game, and my character was invisible, or I was being killed by invisible characters. That happened to me in the last match. There was a lot of that going on. Even my spaceship, like when I spawned in a big starfighter ship or whatever, my shit was invisible, and all I could see was my guy sitting inside the thing, and I could see like the fire from the thrusters. But also I could see like the ship was completely invisible. And when I went into cockpit mode, it still wouldn't like load up the ship. Like it was just like crosshairs and stuff.
Oh, weird.
So yeah, it was really weird. But another bug that I was able to replicate, and I know this bug is like, you're able to do it like if you're able to trigger it, if you know how to do it, and I figured it out. There's this map where you're attacking a planet or a starship or something like that, and you're playing as little droids. You can spawn in as a stormtrooper, but like the ones that are in the turrets, you know, in the little like carrier ships or whatever.
Okay.
And you spawn in as one of those guys, you get killed. If you pick the next time you spawn, right after you did that, you spawn right away as that same character again, like the Starship Trooper guy, the guy shooting the turret on the little starship thing. Your guy, as soon as he spawns in, he'll glitch out and fall out of the ship, and then you land on top of the map. And you can see your character on top of the map, but he doesn't fall down. He's able to walk around the entire map, but be above everybody else.
I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
That's fun.
So I was up there, and I was just shooting everybody from the top. I was like killing Luke Skywalker and all of them just from the top with my big machine gun.
Oh shit! You can still shoot.
Yeah, you can still hurt the enemies. You can still kill all of them. So I was just up there getting kills left and right, and fucking finally they were able to snipe me because they figured like, oh, this guy's shooting from up there, and they saw me, and they sniped me and killed me. But that was
like,
pretty.
Oh, that Jesus is hacking.
Pretty trippy, man, how that I was able to replicate that. Because what happened was I accidentally figured it out because I died twice, and when I spawned, I just kept falling out of the ship. I'm like, wait a minute. So I purposefully did it again, and then, yeah, it just worked. I was like, whoa.
You read this online, didn't you?
No.
I'm going to do this.
No, I didn't read it online. I kind of want to, like, tell EA about it. I should, really. I mean, I'm probably going to like contact their support team or their Twitter team or something and tell them, like, hey, you guys have a bunch of bugs in this game. This is a bad one. So we'll see how that goes.
That's a terrible exploit.
Besides that, there's that game is fun. It's a ton of fun. That campaign is a blast, dude. You just have like, it's like like a Star Wars movie experience. You're like in the movie.
So the campaign is pretty cool, but like the multiplayer, it just seems a bit more shallow than I was expecting.
It seems like the last one.
I was really, I know. I just feel like there's no personal choice in it. You basically choose between like there's like less choices than Battlefront 1. Basically, you get to choose between being in a mega battle, starship battle, or like some of the like heroes, whatever. But you don't get to choose like what era or what side you want to be on. It's just like, oh, put me in this shit, and then all of a sudden you're part of it.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
Well, okay, I don't see
what's the problem with that.
Well, okay, so the problem with me, I just wish I had like some personal choice. Like, I would want to either be able to pick what era I wanted the battle be in or what side I want to be in.
Why?
And shit, I mean, just so I could feel more connected.
In Titanfall, can you pick what year you want to be fighting in, or what type of Titans you want to fight in?
Well, yeah, you can pick your Titan.
You totally pick your faction and everything, and then they speak to you in your earpiece. They like holler at you based on what their faction is. But I know other than that, there's no difference. But still, it would be nice to have that choice. And
think about it. If you could pick what side you wanted to fight on all the time. How many times do you think the droids would be outnumbered in a battle?
I would totally pick the droids. Fuck, the droids are awesome.
People would pick the fucking Empire all the time.
You mean
the fucking Rebels?
The clone army, basically, at that point.
Yeah, they would pick the clone army. Yeah, they would always.
They were the good guys back then.
Yeah, they're obviously they're still the good guys in this one, but I mean. They would totally pick them over the droids.
I know. The droids are fucking rad, though. Oh, man, the droid, especially in the Starship fighters, the droid basic ship fucking rules. Like, that is the best fighter out there. But okay, so I could forgive all the choice, except for why the fuck is it when I go into a game, and this happened multiple times, like, even with me and Paradox, like, we'll go into a game, it's like waiting for 16 other players. Like, if they had that limited a choice... And it doesn't move. Like, that thing doesn't... We've actually had to quit games and then rejoin in.
You got to think about how many players canceled their pre-order last week.
I know. Oh, that's a good point.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, they have that in there because they have to matchmake enough people to get a match started.
There's still multiple thousands of... I don't even know how many people are playing that, but it's got to be... Okay, so if Titanfall is like 2,000 players daily, I'm guessing that game is at least 5,000 players. And if there's... only 4 game modes to choose from, and if they're throwing in, they're basically controlling the servers. Like, why is it that I get stuck in the game where it says 16 more players, and they can't fulfill that 16 more players in the 5-minute period?
I don't I've never had that happen to me.
Jesus, tell me, why does it happen to me?
Yeah, fix your internet, bro. Your Walmart internet.
I know. God damn it. All right. But yeah, I'm sure in a week I'll be fine.
I don't know. I've seen the queue before where it like says waiting for 5 more players or 10 more players or whatever, but it just loads them up pretty quick.
It fills up. Yeah, I've been in a couple games where it just stalled out and just never completed, so I just had to back out and rejoin. But yeah, it's first world problems, I guess.
Maybe you're just impatient.
I know.
Yeah,
it's gotta happen now.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying the multiplayer quite a bit actually. I don't really get the star cards, and I don't know how to get them or unlock more of them.
They're confusing them. They confuse the shit out of me. They're like too elaborate. Like
I don't get them.
Yeah.
So
you have to complete objectives.
I just kind of get them or whatever I have unlocked, and I kind of just equip them.
What's your favorite class to run, anyways?
I usually run heavies or assaults.
What's your main?
Now calm down. This isn't Overwatch. I usually run the heavy trooper or the heavy guy soldier.
Yeah.
And then because I like his shield because all of them have the same abilities. Usually they have a shield, and you walk really slow. They have like the little turret. Like you could just like hold down the turret and like it never overheats for like a whole 30 seconds or 20 seconds.
The oppressive fire. Oppressive.
Yeah, and then they have the left one, which is I forgot what the fuck a grenade or something.
I think the left is a grenade. Yeah, I think left is a grenade, right is your shield, and then double is your like oppressive fire.
So I'm enjoying the game, man. I'm really liking it, and I love the settings. Takes you back to the old movies, the new movie. In the campaign at the very end, you get like a pretty cool little snippet of like kind of like I feel like kind of like maybe where the new movie is kind of headed. That's coming out this December.
Well, yeah, well, okay, so that's the thing is, so on the Star Wars, it basically happens right after Return of the Jedi. So how much time does it cover between Return of the Jedi and the Force Awakens? No, not the Force Awakens. Yeah, that's Force Awakens.
No, it doesn't cover a whole lot, actually. It's just like literally the last cutscene of the game, like the very end. Once the game is over, you watch like this, like 5-minute.
Does the Empire become the New Order in the storyline at any point, or
this is kind of when they are becoming the New Order or whatever?
Okay.
So you're like at first you're like you think you're obviously you're part of the Empire, so you think you're fighting for the good guys, and all of a sudden you realize like these motherfuckers are batshit crazy. You know what I mean? And you motherfuckers are killing people and shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know? And you kind of realize that, and then the story goes from there. Yeah, it's really cool though. I like the different settings of the story, the different things you do. There's different missions where you go from flying the X-Wing to being on the ground to flying the X-Wing to being on the ground to flying the X-Wing. Like literally, you go like.
So basically, a lot of X-Wing content is what you're saying.
They have a lot of that in there. Yeah, like they totally went all out with the X-Wing content in the game. And there's different times where you play as different like heroes. You play as Han Solo for one mission. You do like a little Han Solo cameo mission. You do you don't see
Luke
Rey
Skywalker?
Yeah, you do Luke Skywalker.
Do you do Leia? I'd like to do
Leia. Yes, you actually do. Yeah.
I get to do Leia. That's awesome. Nice.
Yeah, you do her for one of the missions.
Sweet.
So, I mean, all that is pretty cool, man. Getting to play as all these different, like, special, like, heroes, you get to, like, see, like... The Han Solo mission was pretty funny because there's a lot of banter, and they obviously got him to just record a bunch of different lines of him, like, saying dumb shit like he does in the movies. So
peanut butter and jelly.
Really cool. Yeah, like he just says dumb shit, like he's joking around half the time while you're over here shooting people and getting surrounded, and he's, like, just making a joke out of it.
Wait, is it Harrison Ford that does actually the voice? I'm not
100% sure if it's him. It looks like him.
It sounds like him.
But it sounds like him, but I'm not sure if it is him. I haven't seen the credits or anything. It might be him, though, for, the budget for this game had to be
Harrison Ford, can you come in and record a bunch of, here we got 20 lines for you to say.
Yeah, just say these 20 or 30 lines for this one mission of the game.
Peanut butter and jelly. My fields are down.
But yeah, the whole campaign is really good. It's well done, I think. Besides a few bugs with the different cutscenes there that happened through the middle of the game, it was a nice short ride. I enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed the Call of Duty game campaign. It didn't overstay its welcome. Like, it obviously could have been to a point when you're like, oh,
yeah, no,
God, this takes forever.
Like the right mark.
Yeah, 6 hours. Yeah, it was like 6 hours, pretty much straight. Work good.
Good. Yeah, I saw those maps on Twitch. Probably a total of at least an hour in just watching Twitch. I like all those maps, multiplayer maps. They look cool.
Yeah, the multiplayer maps are really well done. I like them. I mean, the 40-player battles or whatever, it's usually attack and defend. Like one team is defending, against the other team, and you're being pushed back to treat. There's usually like 3 different objectives that you're being pushed back, and that's really fun.
I'm super confused about so the whole controversy on the whole, microtransaction shit. It doesn't seem like me like Star Wars Battlefront was ever a competitive, equal experience on each side. Like, both sides have like different weaponry, and then you have all these fucking character models that just come in and just shred you.
Yeah.
It was never like a competitive environment, like equally competitive environment to begin with. So I don't see why all these people are fussing over.
It's totally unbalanced. there's certain maps.
There's no balance in Star Wars. It's not a play to win. It's not a whatever. It's play to have fun. It's fucking Star Wars.
Pretty much. I don't feel like there's really a competitive, there's no esports player for Star Wars Battlefront.
No. I mean? I would not expect that. Even with Star Wars Battlefront 1, because basically whoever got a character model, they would have like kills. 40 kills.
Like last a few matches before I got on the show here, I got into like one of those what's the droid? The little it looks like a tank, like a Scorpion from Halo, but it's like the droid one. And I got in one of those because I saved up like 3,000 points, right, to get one. I got one. I went on a 34 kill streak.
Wow.
Nice.
I was fucking killing everybody. I killed Yoda. I killed Luke Skywalker. I killed Han Solo. I killed all their heroes, dude. These people probably spent the whole match saving up their points to unlock like fucking Yoda and these guys. And they literally ran up to me and I just blew them away in the tank.
I feel that would happen to me if I paid a win. I'm like, oh sweet, I just paid $100. I got my loot card. Fuck yeah, and then run out and then get killed by a fucking Jesus tank.
I kind of felt bad for those guys. I was like, man, those guys saved like all their points to play as Luke Skywalker, because I think Luke is like one of the most expensive ones. He's like 8,000 battle points or something like that, and it takes a bit to like build those up, right? So building up 8,000. It takes a long time, and
just take it out with one shot.
Yeah, just blew them away. So it's totally unbalanced. Oh, how the fuck can I go 34 kills without dying? I literally didn't. The only way I died.
Microtransactions on Star Wars. This is bullshit.
The only way I died was because this one guy made it his mission to kill me. One guy, literally, because I blew him away or something. He must have got pissed. He spawned on a little, the little spaceship with like the turret on it, and he was lasering my tank, and that laser does the most damage to the tank from the sky.
Fuck you, Jesus.
The tank can blow up the ship that he's in, but if you don't turn the tank around fast enough and he just keeps lasering you and shooting you and hitting you and hitting you and hitting you, he's going to blow you up quick. So what he did is he spawned the first time he lasered me. I blew him out of the sky. He spawned again, lasered me again. I blew him out of the sky again. He spawned again. He wasted like all his points to spawn in this little spaceship thing to just kill me. Literally, he just killed me. And I bet he was so happy when he finally blew my tank away. But then by the time he blew me up, I had like 20,000 battle points or something like that because I had a 34 kill streak. So like it just kept multiplying my points. So I spawned as Boba Fett. And as Boba Fett, I went in there and I blew everybody away because I was just fucking jetpack, jump around. And I fucking basically killed all of them. Like, it was fast. I mean, and then I was Boba Fett, and we had Darth Maul on our team, and we had Kylo Ren, and we were literally together all of us were together.
Oh shit!
And they stood no chance, dude. They couldn't even get close to us because I was running around shooting people, and then Darth Maul was over here slicing people, and then you had fucking Kylo Ren over here slicing people too. So we were just running around together, and we were all using our powers, and we were just fucking destroying everybody.
Okay, so that's my other big problem with Star Wars Battlefront 2 is why the fuck do they mess around with the characters in the story? Like, there's no way in hell when you're fighting a droid, like a droid army versus separatist army or whatever, not a clone army. Why is Kylo Ren in that shit? Why is Rey in that shit?
Yeah,
like,
I was thinking the same thing when I was playing. I was like,
other characters.
I was like, why is Kylo Ren fighting with these guys? Why didn't they get like the general that droid general guy?
They built up for a reason, like specific canon, and they go and fuck it up with fucking Maul
or like Yoda will be fighting with like the different sides. It's really weird. I mean, you're right. I mean, the whole way they have that hero shit set up, it's really weird. It doesn't go with like the way the story is set up.
There's plenty of other characters they can choose from too. I mean, the Star Wars universe is fucking vast.
Yeah.
So if they wanted, like, instead of Rey fighting a clone separatist army, it could be, old Obi-Wan or whatever.
Yeah, Why didn't they have Obi-Wan in this game, right?
Where's my Ewan McGregor?
Yeah, where the fuck is he at, man? Where's Jesus dude at? I mean, I'm over here thinking you know what I mean? They have Darth Vader in the game as well, but I never seen him get used once. So I don't even know like if people need to unlock him or something, or what's the deal with him.
It's a Snoop Dogg exclusive at this point.
He must be like a DLC exclusive or something. The whole thing is really weird. I don't know. The game is set up kind of weird with that.
It is really weird. I can't wrap my head around it at all. Like, because I'm a Star Wars fucking junkie, and like that messes with my head a lot.
Remember in Battlefront, I think it was the first one, and you had to pick up that icon on the map to become
the character or whatever.
Yeah, that character. So in this one, when you become Kylo Ren or Darth Vader or whoever, like, are you that person until you get killed?
Yeah. So like I said, like I spawned in that one tank. I was that tank until they blew up the tank.
So yeah, Gunny is different. So instead of running for a token and becoming that character, if you basically earn enough points in that battle, you could select a special character to be in that battle instead.
And you can use the points for other things as well. You don't have to use them for the heroes. Like I said, completely. The heroes take a long time to unlock if you're not getting a lot of kills. So you can like spawn as like a little like an X-wing or a B-wing or like a bomber or whatever the fuck, an AT-AT. Yeah, exactly. All that shit, like you can spawn as all that. Or like if like they have one of those big walker things, you can spawn in that, and that's timed. That's timed for like 90 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
So, because obviously they're not going to kill you in that, right? If you spawn in that, and you could just be in there forever because they can't blow that up. You're going to have all the kills in the game because they can't kill you. So that's timed. And, but yeah, besides, the game is fun, but it's not definitely, I don't see the complaints.
It's fucking pretty, though. It's amazing. Like, every time I'm playing that game, I'm like, holy shit, how the hell did we get graphics this good?
The Luke Skywalker level was my favorite one. It was the most colorful. The planet looked fucking cool.
Nice.
The colors. It was really interesting how all that was. And then you're Luke Skywalker, dude. You're like using the Force and shit, fucking people up.
I am fucking Luke. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what else I get to experience in that game. Like I said, it does have bugs though, so go in there knowing that. Don't go in there like, oh, it has bugs. I want to refund.
No, watch out for mud puddles. That's all I gotta say.
Watch out for different things in the game.
Those will stop the Force.
I fucking got stuck in the complete game with Paradox. Like 2 minutes. I couldn't fucking move anywhere. I couldn't kill myself with a grenade. I couldn't do shit. But anyways, yeah, good times.
But yeah, what else did I play besides that, guys? I tried to go back to Call of Duty, and I couldn't get back. Can't get into that game. I just can't. I can't. It sucks to me. The multiplayer sucks.
Does it? Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's something about the way the guns shoot. It's like, they sound like pea shooters to me, like a fucking Garden Warfare 2 gun.
Oh gosh.
That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, it doesn't sound like good enough. I don't know. It's just really weird.
Well, you see, you're used to that premium Battlefield 1 sound.
Yeah, I guess I am. Or something. There's something that's off about the sound in that game that just doesn't... Just the way the game feels.
I think gun connection is like a big thing for some reason. Like, even when I was playing, old game, like Battleborn, that's my big issue with it, is when I was shooting at it, it didn't feel like the connection was really there.
Yeah. And then, like, every time in Call of Duty, they have, like, these, like, when you get a hit marker, right, they have, like, these sound effects, like it sounds like a sound effect, right? Like a hit marker sound effect. But I hate that noise. I'm like, why does this sound like I'm shooting a pellet gun at this guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sounds like I'm hitting him with pellets. That's what it sounds like.
The Titanfall 2 noise is like basically shooting up coke every time you kill someone. It's like, oh, that feels so good. Oh, that feels
Yeah, and this one is like, it sounds like you're shooting like a BB pellet gun and then you kill them, and it's like, it's really weird. The sound is just off. So I think there's a setting in there where I found it. It's like gun, hit marker, sound effect or something like that. I turned that all the way off. I was like, fuck that. Weird. Turn it off.
Wait, they actually had an option for your gun sound effects?
Yeah, it does. It has like an option for like the gun. It's called weird. It's called hit marker connection sound or something like that. I took it all the way off.
Bizarre sound effect I've ever heard of. Option on a gun.
I'm glad they had that option.
I'm glad they had the option. I think they probably realized like this sound effect kind of sucks. Some people may want to turn it off. So he kind of just added the feature in there. You know what I mean?
That would suck to be that sound designer. You work like months to work out this sound effect on this gun or whatever, and then all of a sudden they gave them like, yeah, that's great. We're gonna put an option to turn you down.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, that must have sucked for those people. But I mean, yeah.
Well, fuck them for making such a stupid fucking gun sound. So yeah.
Oh man. But what else have I played besides that, guys? Not much really. I'm just I bought Overwatch again because before I was game sharing with my brother. I'm not game sharing with him anymore at the moment. So I had to buy it again, but I'm glad it was on sale this week. It's half off, $30, and there's plenty of other games that are half off.
Wait, how long is it on sale for? I've been actually kind of tempted to buy
till
that.
Black Friday. It's a week.
Actually, my jump on the Overwatch train. It's been like in the back of my brain.
Yeah,
for like
it's
last month
$30 for the Game of the Year edition, which is just like I think they give you like a loot crate with it or something. That's it. But yeah. But I bought that, and there's other games on sale as well. I mean, they have like Wolfenstein on there for $30. They have Need for Speed, which is really weird. It just came out on Tuesday. They have it on sale for $45.
Where's this at? Is this a Black Friday deal somewhere?
Yeah, no, that's on Xbox Live. You go on your dashboard
see
and
those sales.
You see on those sales.
I've been away for 3 days, so.
Yeah, you get on there and you'll see like Need for Speed, the deluxe edition that's like usually $80, is down to like $45.
Yeah, better get my wallet out.
And they have other games as well on there. They have Doom for like $20.18. They have Death of the Outsider for Dishonored 2. They have that to $15.
Sweet.
And they have like Xbox Live Gold for a month. If you don't have any gold, you can buy that for $1 and you get a month of gold. They have a Game Pass for $1 for a month.
Huh.
Yeah. So
I want Game Pass for $1.
Do it.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet.
Gunny, if you haven't done Game Pass, you should use the code on that came with your Xbox One X.
Yes, I still have that as well. Yeah,
because that's a trial code. It says that it's like a 1 month free, but no, it's not. If you already used a trial or you already signed up for it once, it won't let you add that month.
Okay, I haven't even tried it yet.
Because I tried to add that month to my Game Pass, and it was like, you can't use this. You need to pay $10. I was like, what?
Oh, so it's not okay.
So it's not really a free month. It's more like
it's for like new people to get in.
It's for new people to try it for a month. So I gave my code away to our news machine.
Good job.
But besides that, and that's really it, guys. That's all I've been playing this week. I'm going to continue playing some more City Skylines, some more Civilization Revolution. I'm going to continue playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 online because that's just a blast. It's just, like you said, Jonathan, I'm not in there to be competitive, dude. It felt good getting 34 kills in a row, but
And you never know what's going on, like on those 40. I mean, which is the joy of it. Like I just have fun in that game. I don't care if I win or lose because I have no idea what the fuck is going on besides like, because there's like the objective you're doing and you're like, oh man, I'm kicking ass, I'm doing great, and all of a sudden the thing comes up, you lose, or you're in your area and you're getting your ass kicked. You're like, oh man,
there's objectives where like there's teams that are
all of a sudden something comes up, you win. You're like, yeah.
There's teams that I played with that definitely played objective. Like they were like running together to the objectives and covering like the bomb sets, and they were defending them from the diffusers and all that shit. But like I said, the game is really it's kind of like unbalanced.
Yeah,
some objectives like on the map. There's a map on there. I forget what map it is. But anyways, you get on there and you fucking. The first objective is you're playing as the Empire, and your objective is to push back the rebels, and you capture like the first little area, and nobody could capture it. Like when we were playing as the troopers, I was getting kills left and right, and I even spawned in as like a flamethrower trooper and all that, but nothing happened. Like we couldn't get the objective, man. We just kept getting pushed back, kept getting killed. They defended it, and then we switched sides, and as the rebels, we were able to defend it as well. Like. It got down, and we just defended that first objective. So I'm thinking that's just unbalanced.
An easier one for the rebels.
That's like an easier one for the rebels. If you spawn in as the rebels on that map, you're gonna win, most likely. You know what I mean? As long as you guys are on the objective, shooting the guys, you're gonna win because they can't capture it. If like say like the Empire gets in there and they're like they have their soldiers in there or whatever, like 3 or 4 guys in there trying to cap it. If there's just one rebel in there, one guy on your team inside the objective. It's contested, so they can't cap it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So even like if they get in there and kill all your guys, all your team has to do is spawn in and run back in there and stop them from capping it, and then kill them, and then they'll be done.
That's why it's just funny on this whole thing as far as like it's supposed to just be the Star Wars experience. I mean, it's just play to have fun, not play to win, not play to whatever. Yeah. It's just you're just supposed to be part of it, and that's how I take it.
But let's go right after that. Let's go into the news real quick. And last week, during the big EA stuff, EA actually supposedly removed the refund button from the customer portal on EA storefront on the PC.
I heard.
Very suspicious.
And people basically had to wait about up to an hour or more with live chat support.
Oh, they get it. Yeah, I heard that there was like maybe possibly extended hold times just to kind of delay people from getting their money back. People
like, fuck you, motherfucker, wait for 60 minutes.
How many of those fuckers do you think like that were wanting the refund? How many of them do you think rebought it like 2 days later?
Yeah.
Probably.
Fucking and people these days.
But I'm curious as to how many canceled prior to them removing the.
It's just because they felt heated and whatever at the moment, and I'm sure later on they're like, oh, but I really want to play Star Wars.
So. I feel like this is I don't go to Reddit.com.
I'm on Reddit right now.
I feel like this is, again, with the mob,
No,
one person's making a stink of it, and they're like, you're right, let's grab our torches and pitchforks, and we'll all cancel together.
I mean, I've been personally feeling heat of it from like the whole, EA with all this fucking Star Wars Battlefront 2 microtransaction bullshit. It spilled into the whole Titanfall world because they bought Respawn and shit. So all of a sudden, the Respawn Reddit or the Titanfall Reddit is all flaming up between like if the EA purchase was going to be like killing Titanfall or whatever, and. I fucking don't care. Like, I think it's fine. They're doing what? Like, Respawn's a good company. They're going to handle it well. Microtransactions, they'll kill me. Like, I'd much rather have microtransactions and fucking, like, loot things than a season pass. I hate season passes. Like, I haven't bought one yet. But I'll totally buy microtransactions over that, though.
But back on this refund thing, I mean, it says here that they took it off, but according to Kotaku, the refund button never existed.
Really?
I'm reading another article. This is from actually Kotaku, and they're like, no, EA hasn't suddenly removed the refund button for Battlefront 2. Just so you know, after the anger online of an in-game requirement of currency required to play the game for 40 hours or whatever, people were saying that EA had removed the button, but according to Kotaku, they said no, that never existed. Even EA released a statement saying we've never had a refund button on our website.
What shit?
So who do we believe here? I don't know, because I've never really used their site to buy games, so I don't know.
No, I've never used.
Even so Kotaku also pointed out that there is some employee that supposedly was from EA that posted on Twitter that he was getting death threats or whatever.
That's another thing that I posted that in the group.
Oh yeah, you posted that. Yeah, that was fake. So all this fucking fake shit going around EA.
Yeah, there was another one. Yeah, I don't know if you saw this on Twitter, Gunny, but there was a user on Twitter that said he had on his profile that he worked at EA.
Yeah, I saw
EA Los Angeles or something like that, and he was a developer, and he was I've been getting death threats because of Battlefront. I have 7 death threats and numerous accusations or threats against my family and myself. And people were retweeting him. They had people from IGN fucking oh, we're sorry, man, we hope things work out for you. And then you had people from other developers tweeting at him we understand, sometimes the gaming community can be very toxic, etc. It comes out at the end of all of it, the motherfucker didn't even work at EA.
Yeah, it definitely looked like he's had the account for a while, and he definitely disguised himself as an EA employee for quite a while. But then people were looking back at his past tweets, and he would get into arguments and have just weird conversations with them, and you could totally tell after you're reading a lot of his tweets that most likely he never worked at EA.
No, so Kotaku, what they did is they actually went to LinkedIn, looked for this guy's name on LinkedIn to see if he was linked to working at EA, because people link their profiles to where they worked at. They found one person working at EA with his name, but that person was under marketing or something different that the guy said he was. He said he was in development. That person was in publishing relations, some weird shit.
Yeah.
So Kotaku was okay, this guy, it's not him. So then they went and they even searched gaming positions or whatever where he said he worked at before, and they looked at the website. They were trying to find his name. They were tweeting at other EA people do you recognize this name? And they're no, we've never heard of this guy. They were contacting people they knew, and the guy from Kotaku was contacting people he knew inside EA. Hey, does this guy work for you? And they're we never heard of his name. We don't know who he is. And then finally, Kotaku just messaged a dude on Twitter. They're hey man, we want ask you some questions about the things going on. And he was yeah, I'm happy to help. I'll answer anything. And they're well, we've been looking into you, and it doesn't seem like you actually work at EA. Yeah. Can you clarify for us, if you do work at EA or if you don't? Just to verify, we have a correct story. And he was he didn't respond after that. So Kotaku was well, obviously, dude, you don't work at EA. Because the very next day after that, he took off all the EA stuff from his profile. Yeah. And he took down his tweet, and he just was done. So it was it was all fake news, man.
Oh, man. But guys, on that note, it turns out my wife works at EA. Oh, she actually she did some she works at Nike. Well, she works at Nike, but she did so EA basically hit Nike up that they need all these socks files to have the socks on the oh hey Ryan
what's going on,
all the socks on the night on all the basketball players. So she actually had to go through all these files and do the digital files to send to EA to be the socks. So yeah. On that same note, I'm a pro esports player, and my wife works at EA. So yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Jonathan. No. But I'm saying the hate towards EA. It's bad. It's really bad.
It's fucking crazy.
Because at this point, I don't blame EA for what they did. I don't blame them.
Oh, look at either.
Last week. I was listening to our show from last week, and 2 stories that we mentioned, 2, not 1, 2 different times, both 2K Interactive and Ubisoft both said nearly 50% or more of their entire revenue is coming from microtransactions.
Oh yeah,
and DLC.
No, and in games these days, okay, so before you would pay like $50 and you would get your game and that's it. Now all of a sudden you're paying like $50 or $60, but you get your game, but then you expect like 6 or a year worth of like online services for your game. Like, where is that fucking money coming from?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming from, it's either gonna be fucking season passes or loot boxes. And if I had to choose, I'd rather fucking have loot boxes because I want some asshole to pay that money and not me. And if there's some shit I want, I'll buy it, but I don't want to fucking buy a season pass for a game that I just spent $60 on.
Yeah, after all this, EA dropped the microtransactions altogether. They're like, we're just pulling them off.
Which I think is only because they're being sued in Belgium. I think it's just a temporary thing. While they're getting sued, they want to drop it off. It's kind of like, what are you guys talking about?
It's a witch hunt.
Yeah, then bring it back in. But yeah,
I thought about this, guys. Like, now we're starting to see the dust settle on this whole debacle. But shout out to IGN and Kotaku for just keeping it professional and calling this guy
completely
out. And saying, "Whoa, wait a minute, we were never on board with this whole hate EA thing." And immediately when I first heard about this with, was it Darth Vader? And, it's going to take 40 hours to unlock. And it's a total sham. This game is a mess and it's broken. And, but I thought, well, wait a minute. What about...
He'll get killed by Jesus in one shot anyways.
I'll kill you in my 3,000 point tank while you use your 8,000 point Luke Skywalker, and I'll kill you with one shot.
Yeah.
Boom.
You know what I mean? Those guys must have been pissed because I killed Luke Skywalker. I killed Luke Skywalker and Yoda, and that was in a fucking tank. And they were like fucking Jedis, dude. What the fuck?
But I thought about this, guys. I thought, well, what about Battlefield 1, for example? You've got those unlock kits. If you don't buy premium, you just buy the base vanilla version. I thought, well, what about that? Like, why is nobody up in arms about this?
Yeah, why are people getting mad saying, well, you can... buy these unlock kits.
My Titanfall 2. Right now, if 2 new players want to join in, they can buy like the Standard Edition or the Ultimate Edition. The Ultimate Edition gives them all the unlocks for all the Titans and also a bunch of credits to spend on all your unlock kits. Like that player, if you have both players, that player, the Ultimate Edition player, has a huge advantage over the other player. That's pay to win right there. Where the fuck is the fucking tyranny over that shit?
It's another EA property. Don't worry, it'll get the hate soon.
No, everyone's Titanfall.
It's EA property. Don't worry, man. It'll.
But yeah, I thought about that Battlefield with the unlock kits, and I thought, well, I just want to make it clear, nobody hates microtransactions. Well, there might be a few people.
They suck at times.
They suck at times.
But I understand why companies are doing it.
Like,
I understand why companies are doing it.
Seeing this pile on my mentality with fuck microtransactions and EA is the worst fit, and they just want to do it. I
don't mind them as much.
On with your anti-pilot on my intelligence, but yeah.
Well, the way I don't mind them is if they do them like Overwatch does, where it's just cosmetics, right? It's just skins. It doesn't really affect the gameplay. The way EA was doing it kind of was shitty because it gives you an advantage. But you already said, like, Jonathan, you compared it to Titanfall, where in Titanfall the new players are getting an advantage of it by the Ultimate Edition. So there's really no difference. So why am I complaining? Why in Battlefield you can go and buy the shortcut kits and get all the unlocks for your guy. It's the same thing. Another EA property, by the way.
I feel like also EA responded right away. And I saw how they responded, and
they didn't really have a choice, though.
Well, again, EA is not Star Wars is not supposed to be a competitive environment anyways. It's just supposed to be a game to have fun and experience the Star Wars universe. You're not supposed to have this professional esports whatever about it.
Yeah, they made it clear from the first Star Wars Battlefront from last year or 2 years ago.
And anyone who's a Star Wars fan knows that certain battles are going to be geared towards one angle anyways. Yeah.
It says here on this article that this year, 2017, EA reported more than $3 billion in digital net sales for 2017, which is up 20% from last year, which is representing 61% of their entire revenue of the year. So earlier this year, before the year's not over for 2017, the year ends beginning of next year, right? It ends like in February. No, but I'm talking about they're talking fiscal years. So like the first quarter
is like July or something. Isn't
yeah,
it?
like first quarter is like May or June or some shit for 2018 or whatever. Anyways, the one for this year though, I mean it's not done yet, and they already said 61% of their money comes from microtransactions. So I see why they're doing it. You know, I don't disagree with them. If I was a fucking CEO of that company, I would be like, you motherfuckers are doing this. Fuck the gamers. Those motherfuckers will pay if they want to unlock shit, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, but do you guys feel like they're listening? And now, what is it now? They've frozen the points system?
Yeah, you cannot, because you buy crystals to buy loot crates, but now they've frozen the crystal buying. So the loot crates are still in the game, but you cannot buy them. You can only unlock the ones that you can unlock are the ones that you can get with the in-game currency that you earn.
So do you think ultimately what they're going to do is just kind of rebalance things?
That or lower the cost, because they lowered the cost of them initially. They lowered the cost by 75% to be able to buy these loot crates. They lowered the cost of them, but then right like the next day they just took them out completely. Like they took out the crystals.
Well, I heard that also that they lowered so they lowered the cost of the characters by 75%. But then I guess like immediately they also decreased the amount of credits that you earn per match.
Right.
But,
so it's rebalancing. Yeah.
But for me, like every time I log in that game, I have way more credits than I expected. Like I logged in yesterday and I went through a losing streak, and all of a sudden I had all these fucking credits to spend on like loot boxes. And I had like
I get loot boxes all the time. I had like 10 of them,
right?
dude.
I have too many loot boxes.
What the fuck? I had
they're
5.
Like, I don't even understand. They're like, oh, you have better vision. You're like, what?
Yeah, I had 5 loot boxes from beating I got 10 altogether from beating the campaign, I think.
I know. I got 4 for losing battles. I got
hey, there you go.
Yeah, no, it was
still win.
They throw.
That sounds like my kind of game. I gotta start playing this.
All these pinatas are coming at me, and I don't even know what to do.
I mean,
guys, my final thought on this, I feel like that maybe these people on Reddit and they're just kind of voting with their wallets, or it's just the mob mentality,
it's a bunch of fucking.
But it's good for the gamer, right?
I mean,
at the end of the day.
It's weird. So actually, this is a moment where I actually did have to self-reflect, because on this whole loot box thing, I was against all the fucking mob mentality, but they actually fucking pulled it off. Like the fact that EA actually pulled it down, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah,
maybe I'm on the wrong side of the line. Maybe I should actually be helping the big companies realize that these loot boxes. But.
EA is kind of at fault for this, though, because
money
you got to think about
somewhere.
You got to think about no. I get that, but you got to. I'm talking about the pile-on mentality.
Right.
It's like they collapse every time gamers get together and go at them. So now it's gotten to a point where if someone doesn't like something, everyone just gets together and piles on, and EA will collapse again.
Right.
You know what I mean? It all started with Mass Effect, right?
Yeah, no, and Respawn is the same way. Like Respawn is it's good and bad that they're very reflective on the Reddit or social media response to what they do. Like sometimes it's really good. They'll implement a lot of shit, but half the time, it feels like they're listening to the wrong people. The people who are just vocal and just are gonna bitch over fucking just a bitch. And it's weird.
Microtransactions aren't bad.
It's take my money and give me the content. Don't rob me, right? Don't cheat me.
Yeah,
but I mean, half these. I mean, shit. I mean, I've been spending $50 on video games for fucking forever, and now the expectation or the entitlement of like what video games are supposed to give you, as opposed to like 10 years ago, is just so different, or 20 years ago, or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't mind paying the extra money.
It's like, I want my full ass game. I want a full single player campaign. I want in-depth multiplayer, but don't dare do a season pass, or I don't want loot boxes, or I don't want you to make any money external from launch, but give me all this shit. Anyway,
yeah,
it's been a good week.
All right, I think we've had enough of that story. Jeez.
Oh yeah, EA also bought Respawn. Yeah, so So
Let's see. What's the next one? Oh, spend $1,000 on diamonds and get a free Xbox One S. I was trying to see where this was, but
man, if I was single,
sales?
that would be my go-to. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, it says Microsoft has partnered jewelry company Hellsberg Diamonds for a pretty bizarre promotion. Everybody who spends $1,000 or more, physical and online stores, will get a free Xbox One S starter bundle.
My wife would have got a $1,000 engagement ring.
Maybe I just listen to the rest of the story, right? I don't want to.
Unfortunately, this is for an S and not an X.
I know.
Yeah, but still, that's what, $200-$300.
Oh,
No.
I haven't fucking stuck with that.
I mean, to the jewelry company, it's nothing, right? It's a
Right.
write-off.
Because you're not going to spend $1,000. They're going to be like, "Come on, you want this extra sapphire over here?"
Yeah, we don't.
No,
We,
I just-
we don't have
I'm
anything
like-
that costs under $1,000.
Yeah, after taxes.
Everything everything here is 1,500 and up. So
Like, oh,
Yeah, it starts November 22nd and runs through December 24th. Additionally, now through December 17th, shoppers can enter for a chance to win 100 Xbox One X systems in store or through this sweepstakes page.
oh wait. So you get an Xbox One S for doing the $1,000 purchase, but then you also get entered into a chance to win Xbox One X.
Yes. So I don't know.
Okay, all you fucking gamers out there, this is your chance. This is your window golden opportunity to get married. It's like, do it.
Yeah, this is just similar to Microsoft partnering with Taco Bell to give away the X earlier. Was that last month?
In order to win a Taco Bell meal, in order to get married. It's the same thing.
I'm 10 pounds overweight without an Xbox X.
yeah,
Fine. All right. No, thank you. No,
Hey, Jesus, is there any girl out there that's, that you can hit up to win yourself an Xbox One S?
Jesus can't talk right now.
Oh,
Not at
Jesus.
the-
Okay, Ryan. Wait, no, you guys are married too. God damn it.
I'm not married, but I have a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
I'm common law married, I guess.
Oh wait,
We've been
no,
living
Gibbs,
together.
you're the primary target. Why don't you get married this week, November 22nd?
spend $1,000.
Spend $1,000 and get married. Get an Xbox One S when I already have an Xbox and an Xbox One and an
But
Xbox
you got a chance to
One
win an Xbox One X on top of that. Shit.
Yeah, because I need another one.
Right? Guys, I have some...
I do have an extra TV that I could hook it up to.
Your friends will ask you, why did you ever get married? You're like, well, the Xbox One X promotion going on, and chance to win an Xbox One
A
X.
story to tell. Oh, boy. Guys, I have some sales numbers here for the UK.
Give me the sales numbers, Gunny. Where are they at?
The Xbox One X hits 80,000 in the UK in the first week.
That's just the UK, though.
Wait, is that euros or dollars?
This is no, this is something units.
At euros.
Yeah, actually, it is euros. So,
Or pounds? I don't know. They switched back. I don't know. The whole Brexit thing threw me off. I don't know what's fucking going on over there anymore.
yeah, aren't they called squids? I always mess that up. Quids.
Quids. I think quids are like quids are dollars, right? And then fucking euro or the pounds are I guess you guys are going to probably get some hate mail from the UK from me, but I don't care.
All right. Retailers have shared data that reveal the Microsoft's new super-powered console has sold almost as many units in the first week as Nintendo Switch did in March. Its first week sales are also well ahead of PS4's Pros, which did around 50,000 back in November 2016. Indeed, it took PS4's Pro 4 weeks to reach the same number. So, good on Microsoft.
Go Microsoft. Yeah, because it seems like actually, I mean, the PlayStation market out there is way bigger than the fucking Xbox market, so that's cool.
Right. There's a lot more people that didn't buy a 4K, you know what I mean? Like maybe they have just a regular PlayStation and they didn't buy a regular Xbox, so now they can get their 4K Xbox One X, right?
Yes.
But, this is just UK, so, I'd like to see North American numbers. I wonder how they're doing,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
remember they used to release those on...
is more of a Sony based.
Right, yeah, no, that's what I heard too. Yeah, I didn't actually realize like the PS4 is way more a Euro thing than the US or whatever.
Yeah.
I wonder why they always say they don't reveal, like certain places don't reveal digital sales. Like, for example, Steam, Xbox Live, PSN. Like, don't they have those numbers?
It's not tracked like it is retail. It's not tracked the same.
But then even retail is pretty shitty too, because if you think about like CD sales, basically a lot of times they like track how many CDs are sent sold at Targets or whatever, but then what number of those CDs actually sell and stuff like that too.
Well, that's why you have to listen to what's being said. Like the sold in means that it's been sold through. Means that it's been sold. That's off of shelves.
Yeah. Okay.
Just sold to retailers, right?
It does say here the best-selling Xbox game of the week was, and I think this is in the UK, Call of Duty World War II, obviously, followed by Assassin's Creed Origins,
Good job, Call of
which
Duty.
is promoted with the system, FIFA 18, and the Forza Duo, Forza 7, and Forza Horizon 3. And that's through the UK charts.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're doing good. I'm glad it's doing well. It's,
Yeah, and I think I looked on, I think it was Monday. I was on Amazon, and I still saw the Scorpio edition in stock for $4.99. So it's still out. They have plenty of units.
Well, I'm guessing that a lot of people that had that pre-ordered canceled their pre-order or whatever, so they have like stock of this Scorpio edition and are like trying to get rid of it, right?
I just can't believe I haven't been to an electronics section since the fucking Scorpio came out, or the Xbox One X or whatever came out. Like, next time I'm in a Fred Meyer's or a Target or somewhere, I'll actually have to venture to the electronics section and see what's going on.
Yeah, I haven't been to a physical. Well, I go to Target, but I never go to the back. So, but I'm going to go see, I think it's next week, right, is Black Friday. So, well, I won't be out Friday, but I'll go check it out on the weekend. See if they still have them in stock.
Yeah.
All right. Next story is Nintendo nearing agreement with Illumination Entertainment for an animated Mario movie.
Okay, I'll believe this when okay, so this would be really cool if the fucking Zelda came out on fucking Netflix that they talked about a year ago. I feel about it, but like right now it's just promises from fucking Nintendo. Like,
what I don't understand is what the hell are you gonna do with that property? Like,
I heard
it's not gonna be good. It's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be like a. I don't know.
Is Mario gonna talk? That's the big question.
Well, yeah, of course he's gonna have to if he's the main character of the show.
I mean, some parts of it I think cool. So it's done by the same people that did Minions, which I guess is maybe tied into the Rabbids thing. So like a Mario vs. Rabbids movie.
No, that's completely separate.
Oh, it's completely separate? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Minions has nothing to do with... Minions was kind of like a ripoff of Rabbids.
Right.
Sort of.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think which one came out first. Because it was around the same time, I think,
I mean, it's so weird.
I don't know if it being good or whatever. Maybe not so much for us, hardcore gamers, but I think ultimately the general public will love this movie and think, well, where's the TV show and the toys
What story are they going to tell? You give me a story that they're going to tell about Mario.
All I know is
that they haven't told already.
The old Mario Live TV show had the catchiest theme song ever. Like, me and my brothers were all about it. We were hooked on the brothers. Do, 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 do. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
You know, the live action one?
Yeah. Me and my two brothers, we were all about it. Like, that was one of our favorite shows. And that theme song was fucking catchy as all hell.
Yeah, it says here the Wall Street Journal is reporting on a massive agreement that's wrapping up between Nintendo and Illumination Entertainment. The two sides will be teaming up for an animated Super Mario Brothers movie.
So yeah, it looks like this is happening. This isn't a rumor. This is like, this is happening.
All right. Well, Jesus is back in time. So, okay. So the Star Wars, or not Star Wars, the Mario movie or whatever, do you think it's going to be better or suck more than this fucking Rampage movie that's coming out with the fucking Rock? Fuck that shit.
Depends.
God damn. Yeah. I grew up with Rampage. Like, that was one of my prime... Okay, I had two brothers. So it was one of the few arcade games that me and my two brothers could all play together. Like, we were 3 players playing that shit. So, of course, we gravitated to that machine more than anything. And they had this movie fucking, like, bastardize it as much as possible. I don't even know. I'm beside myself. Okay, what are you showing me, Ryan?
Can you see it?
I see your Rampage box. That's awesome.
That's a
nice.
very cool box.
Hold it up. Okay.
Okay, Ryan was also born in the year 77, as we talked about earlier, which, again, is our prime Rampage years. So... So
I love that game, dude. It's so
me
good.
too. It's fucking one of the best games. I have so many memories of that game. But
dude, I was hoping when I heard that they were making a movie, I thought, well, maybe they'll make a new Rampage to go with the movie. And then I saw this movie trailer, and I was like, oh god, this isn't gonna bring anyone's interest back.
I got the YouTube alert. It's like, boom, you got an alert. It's like Rampage movie. See the trailer. And it's like, oh, fucking A, a Rampage movie. I'll check this out. And by the end of it, I was like, oh, God, no, I can't believe what they're doing to this thing.
I thought it was a good trailer with the cinematic parade and, kind of like a Transformers feel out of it when he's like tearing the shit into buildings. But we all know it's very predictable, right? It's all going to happen at the last 30 minutes of the movie, but it looked cool.
It looks stupid. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like
terrible.
Okay, it's by the same guy that
movie.
What?
The trailer for Rampage did look stupid. I watched that and I was like, "What the fuck?" It looks like what's that movie called? The one with the monkeys? No, with the monkeys.
Planet of the Apes. Yeah,
it looks like that.
No, this one's...
It reminded me of a Kong, like the fucking Fire Island or whatever.
Yeah,
like you have this big, the big gorilla that's attacking a big fucking whatever else.
The army's out there shooting it. And
this is King Kong in the city in the daytime.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. What the fuck did they do to this shit? It was one of my fucking favorite games as a kid, and they ruined it. I don't even know.
I think he eats people, and I'll be pleased, right?
As I said before, I was kind of chatting about, but the only way that this would be redeemable in my eyes is if somehow The Rock became the lizard at the end. Like if he became physically that. And then after they kill off the monkey and the werewolf, they realize that there were real people underneath it, and The Rock happened to be the lizard. That'd be the only redeemable way for me to like this movie. Other than that, I see myself hating it.
Jonathan, I think if he punches a wall and it breaks down, and there's a naked lady in the tub covering her boobs, I think I'll be like, all right, cool, all right, at least you got that.
That'll actually agreed. I fully agree 100% on that shit. There better be that scene. If that scene isn't in the movie, fuck that movie.
It's got to be in there, right? Like they got to do it.
It has to be, because that was actually one of the better scenes of the game. It's like
exactly.
Boom. Yeah.
And then she's in there.
I had when I came down with chicken pox as a kid, like this game just came out on Genesis. So my dad got me that on that, and I spent like the week I was home from school for fucking chicken pox. I was playing Rampage. And
that game was so much fun, man.
It definitely has a special place in my heart. And for The Rock to ruin it, Rock, why you gotta do me like that? This is for you.
Hey, you don't know. You don't know.
I love The Rock.
Maybe he didn't ruin it. Maybe the trailer was just bad. I don't know.
I love Rampage, and together I don't know. I'll watch it. But I am definitely on guard. My panties are up. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, the movie, it looked to me like the Planet of the Apes or something similar along those lines. Sort of looked like to me. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. They have a giant wolf in there too, guys.
Of course
Yeah,
it's a
I saw
fucking
that.
giant
I thought it
wolf. There
looked
should
cool.
be a giant wolf. It's fucking
It's
Rampage.
like a lichen or something.
There better be a
Listen, giant fucking ape.
There's got to be a giant ape, a giant wolf,
There's
and
a giant
lizard.
ape. There's a giant wolf in there. They did get the wolf.
You know what?
There.
It's missing a giant spider.
I know, man.
You
And
never
is
know.
it-
That's the next trailer.
Wait, hey, so Ryan, you know probably better than anyone. Okay, so the which one of those is a girl? I can't remember. Is it the
I
wolf?
think it was the wolf, wasn't
I
it?
think it was a wolf too. I'm trying to remember myself, but yeah. And the way that the way that you would die and like screech off to the side holding your crotch was like the
Yeah.
best thing.
Yeah.
So-
They're like, "Oh."
oh yeah, no, that was one of the best arcade games, and for them, I hope they do it right. But I'm super hesitant about.
Yeah.
Oh my
Could you
gosh.
imagine though, like a version of Rampage today, like with today's technology?
Fuck.
Oh man, no. Okay, so that's one. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I asked you guys if you guys like. Well, I thought like the 100-player versus whatever. But imagine if you were like 3 main players and you had like 100 other players that were the little guys trying to take you down. That'd be the shit. I was
What?
fucking- If you were okay, so 3 players got in. So instead of being like 1 versus 1,000, say it was like, or 1 versus 100. Say it was like 3 versus 100. So all of a sudden that would kind of like,
Monsters and everyone else is trying to kill you.
yeah, a bunch of little like players trying to take you out as your fucking giant. Like that'd be so awesome.
Sounds
Sounds kind of like Evolve a little bit with.
It does sound like Evolve, but I think the thing that switches it, and it actually just clicked in my head instead of having, because the 1 verse whatever is okay, it could have some flaws, but all of a sudden if you threw in 3 powerful characters versus 100 basic players, that all of a sudden changes the dynamic a bit.
How many times did the basic players get to respawn?
Maybe like 3 times.
Yeah,
I
it was 3.
don't know.
Yeah, I mean, because they
Probably
just
some
keep
of the-
unlimited
Why you
respawns for
gotta
them.
have questions like that? I only care about
In the arcade.
No, it's gotta be once you're dead, you're
Yeah,
dead.
once you're dead, you're dead,
Yeah.
right? Because
Or
if they
you
keep
respawn in a
respawning, then it's
helicopter.
unfair because you're not fighting against 100 people, you're fighting against 300 people.
300 people, yeah, but I guess, that's up for fucking EA to figure out.
Microtransactions,
Right. Yeah.
get to buy the
Respawn crates.
microtransaction pack for respawns. But guys, what's next here on the news? What's next, Gunny?
GameStop. GameStop halts its unlimited
Ooh,
used
yeah, I
game
saw
rental
that.
program.
Remember we
Seemed
talked
like
about this last month, and we were like, "Ooh,
Oh,
this
man.
sounds like a good
Well, we
idea."
talked about it starting. It seems like it never got off the ground. They
Okay,
just-
okay. So I worked at Blockbuster when they started the Game Pass thing. It was like $29.99 a month, and you would get unlimited game rentals. People would just come in and change their games. But it was awesome because it was during the Xbox, like the original Xbox era, and I remember seeing the same kids, like about 7 times a day. They would just come in and just like hack the game and copy it onto their hard drive, and then come back in and swap it out.
Damn.
Hack it, swap it out, hack it, swap it out, and
Dude, do I have a story for you? Back in the day, when I worked at EB, and this was back before they got rid of sign-out privileges, I was able to sign out every game in that store, and I had a modded PlayStation 1, and I ripped every game. I had like 3,000 games.
And see, at Blockbuster, they fucked the employees over. Like, as the employees, we weren't able to rent any new games for 30 days after the street date.
Yeah, you had to let people...
Yeah, we had to wait. So, like,
That
we
makes
can
sense, though, because your customer coming in is
Yeah.
the person trying to please, right?
Oh, completely. I understood the reasoning. It just stuck for us on that end, but I did understand the whole reasoning. But it'd be funny though. I would see like the same kids like 7 times a day, and I'd be, "Hey guys, what's up?" And like, "Yeah, I'm swapping this out," and I knew exactly what they're doing, and it was.
But
it was
apparently
good time.
this GameStop service was launched in a limited area, so they were kind of testing it. But apparently, what they're saying is their software wasn't really set up for renting games.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that seems.
I
They're
heard
like
this.
their point of sales software, their POS system wasn't set up for.
If
It's a
your
good
employees
angle,
didn't
though.
know what the fuck they were doing,
Yeah.
they were like, I don't know what to do. Like,
Yeah,
so-
I want to work at GameStop if they start renting games. Like, that'd be awesome. I would kind of like...
I think this is kind of more like it's going to happen. It's just been, it might not happen until like spring next year because they have to edit their their POS
Right.
to be able to
handle that
somehow.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I think it's a great angle.
They're going to get returns. They're going to have to do it as returns, and that's going to look bad on the stores. It's going to kill stores' numbers. Doing constant.
Well, I think under the current system they have to do returns, but I'm sure they're figuring out a whole an alternate POS system to kind of handle rental base.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of
Right, a different program.
So
They just have to build something into their POS that will let them do this without fucking making their numbers go shit.
I wonder
it's a good
when
approach.
they relaunch it if they're going to keep the same pricing or if they're going to
The
increase it or
$6 is a
lower
bit
it.
high. No, I think they should do $30 a month instead of $60 for like 6 months. I mean, not $30 for a month. I would do like $20 for a month. And the 60 for 6 months is just
Why?
really weird to me.
Why?
That's just, because that's a fucking
Why?
because 6 months from
$10
now,
a month. You think if you go to GameFly or whatever,
It's like $15 a month.
you're
Come on.
paying $10, $15 a month anyway.
Trump
So
is my
it's
president. I don't know what's going to happen a month from now.
See, I don't have to worry about that.
Month to month by now.
Mind you, we don't have this rental program.
You
up
live
here,
month
so-
to month, Jonathan. Very dangerous. Very dangerous lifestyle Jonathan is leading, guys. He has to live month to month.
any minute now, we'll be nuked by fucking North Korea and shit. Russians invading, hacking our shit. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, God.
America.
But, guys, speaking of
Much of a
GameStop,
fucking lifetime. I don't know. Keep going.
speaking of GameStop, their CEO is going to step down for medical reasons. Daniel DeMatteo will take over as interim CEO while J. Paul Raines seeks treatment for his medical condition, which is a brain tumor, actually. Apparently, he had a brain tumor back in, I think it was, what year was it, 2014? He was diagnosed with the brain, I think it's just a brain tumor. I'm not sure, probably cancer, right? But it was removed, and he went back to work for GameStop. But apparently now they're saying that he may have it again, and the doctors told him, it's probably not a good idea to be working. So he stepped down as CEO. We have another guy who was who's on the board of directors, who's going to be the interim CEO for the moment. And apparently the guy has been working for GameStop since like 1995 or something like that. He's been on the board of executive.
So they came out with a game rental program, and they're like, "You're gonna have to step out. You have a brain tumor."
Yeah.
And obviously
Fucked
thinking
up.
right.
What the hell? You $60 for 6 months? You must have a brain tumor. It's back. God damn it!
And I've got a heart attack.
That's so fucked up.
All right.
Jesus.
My prayers are out to this guy.
I'm sorry.
and his family.
That was funny, but it's true though. Like, this is a person, guys. I mean, come on.
I know.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, just beat.
You gotta, as much shit as people talk about GameStop,
Right.
we've all
Lots
been
of
there
prayers,
as
lots of
gamers. As gamers, we've all gone to the store more than once in our life. I went to it to buy my Xbox One X. Apparently, like
EB Games and GameStop are some of my earliest childhood memories.
totally.
Also.
It was the coolest thing to
Like,
go to those
I-
stores, man.
It used to be the only place to go,
Yeah,
man.
you go there like,
back in the
yeah,
day
man.
when
EB
video
games
games
were like-
weren't what they are today.
Yeah,
EB
totally.
Games is
Where you
rare
went,
in the fucking
you know?
U.S. At least like
Yeah, when
Yeah.
when I grew up in California, there's like a bunch of EB games or a bunch of like GameStops or whatever. But there's like one EB Games in the mall, and that
Yeah.
was like a special visit.
It was like EB
Yeah.
Games.
You know what's funny? Up here, they tried to change everything to GameStop, and they got major backlash, and then everything changed back to EB.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, there's no EB Games at all anymore. It was like a 1-to-9 ratio back in the day. and
Yeah,
now
nowadays it's all GameStop. And I remember there used to be another thing called Game Crazy.
Oh, I remember Game Crazy.
And Game
Yeah.
Crazy, I think they got bought by GameStop.
man,
or they got,
what
I
the
think they
fuck
got
is-
bought by EB Games. Either EB Games or GameStop bought them.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
Games and GameStop are the same, dude. It's
Well, back in the
the same
day,
company. It's just two different
Back in the
as far as
day, they
branding
had them
and
separate
reaching
though. Like back in
the
like
West
like
Coast,
Jonathan was saying,
yeah.
back in the day they had EB games in the U.S. Man.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I remember
Back in the
EB
day,
for sure.
it was EB stood for Electronics Boutique.
Yeah.
No, that's what it actually said on the sign was Electronics Boutique, but it's a big old EB, and that's the place where I would get like random import games or any sort of like weird ass game. I would find at EB Games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss those days. I miss that.
Wow. A follow up to that article about EA pulling Star Wars microtransactions. I'm reading something near that. You could thank Disney for that, guys. Apparently, their CEO was the ones that told him to pull it.
I was talking to my wife about this because, like, the moment I got the Twitter alert from whatever that Star Wars Battlefront 2 yanked their microtransactions, I was like, holy shit, this is huge. And I was talking to my wife about it, and I was like, I bet this is actually Disney. They got so much flack over it at Disney because it's important IP. Like, it's one of their babies. Like, of course.
Star Wars is their big thing.
Yeah. I bet you this is more of a thing from Disney than it was
here,
the game.
It was actually the CEO from Disney that was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on here, guys?
What are you guys doing? This fucking move.
We're making Star Wars look bad right now.
Yeah.
Don't fuck up my Han Solo.
This is our $5 billion franchise or whatever we just bought. What the fuck are you guys doing?
See, that was going to be my question to all you guys here right now was, are they ruining the brand?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
No, I don't think the brand will take a hit.
I think they're tarnishing the brand, but not ruining it. Obviously, it's going to stay. Like, there's no fucking way gamers are going to take down Star Wars, but, like...
There have been shitty Star Wars games in the past, and it hasn't done anything.
Oh, yeah, no, completely.
So, I mean, like, it's a separate entity altogether.
And it's just... And Star Wars at this point is going to become like a Christmas event every year.
Every year.
Every year.
I mean, a new movie, a new game. Oh, which goes on to my next point, like, whatever in the back of my head, is, okay, so while I'm playing the DICE Respawn game, or the DICE Star Wars game, I'm like, while I'm playing, I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to fucking see what Respawn does with this shit, which is going to be next season. The Respawn Star Wars is going to be fucking awesome. I can't wait. All I'm saying.
Let's hope so.
It was so awesome, in fact, that fucking EA shut down Visceral because of it, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Guys, do you guys think you're smart? How smart?
I'm pretty smart.
I don't.
How smart do you think you are? It says here during a study that that your video game skills may show how intelligent you really are. Researchers in Great Britain say they have discovered 2 multiplayer games that are so similar to an IQ test that all the strategy and gameplay can measure a person's intelligence.
Gears of War?
The findings published in the journal PLOS ONE said that playing a genre of games called MOBAs showed the same increases in intelligence as IQ tests show when a person gets older. The scientists from the University of New York used the 2 of the most widely played MOBAs for their experiments. They used League of Legends and Defense of the Ancients 2, which is Dota 2, as their research point. They said, quote, research in the past has pointed to the fact that people who are good at strategy games, such as chess, tend to score highly at IQ tests. Our research has extended this to video games that millions of people across the planet play every day. They said, unlike first-person shooters, games where speed and target accuracy are a priority, multiplayer online battle arenas rely more on memory and the ability to make strategic decisions taking into account multiple factors. So, yeah, apparently they're saying, like, if you're really good at MOBAs, you're probably a very smart person. Because you can memorize things. MOBAs. You memorize the map, the abilities, the things going on, and you're able to react quick enough to defeat the enemy. Yeah.
I'll tell you, the first time I beat Gears of War 3 Horde mode, I really felt like I should put that on my resume because that was fucking intense. You have so much micromanaging you're doing. You have to like relay on your coworkers. You have to put out your signature.
I'm a good team player. I don't team kill my teammates when I'm playing Call of Duty. I feel like I work well in a team setting. In team deathmatch, I do very well.
Nice. You support.
I revive players.
In Battlefield 1, I am the medic, and I usually use the revive skill.
I forget.
That's going to be a question in future interviews. Like, so do you play Battlefield? Yeah, I do actually. Do you ever play as medic? Yeah, I play as medic all the time. How many times have you revived people on average per match? How many times do you revive people per match? It's going to be a make it or break it question in the interview from now on.
Oh no, completely.
Do you play, by any chance, do you play Dota 2 or League of Legends?
No, I do the Nightfall Strike every week. I'm pretty good about that. I like the...
Bro, my KD is 6.0 in Call of Duty.
Yeah, I'm 6 and 19. You know, that's my.
Gunny, we'll call you back. Gunny, we'll give you a call back. Go home.
Like, yeah, I play Forza. A race.
Unless you're trying to be a race car driver.
Yeah, you're dumb.
Like, oh, we're going to skip this employee.
I like to go fast and turn left.
Mm-hmm. I guess you're a delivery driver, though. So.
Yeah, I was just going to say he is a driver, so can't put that on his resume, I guess. I play Euro Truck Simulator.
Like me, man. I play Farm Simulator.
Thank you.
You know, I run my own farm. I could do that in real life.
But Jesus, move on to the next article because I'm kind of chuckling at this already.
So, guys, I don't know if you have ever had the what do you call that? I don't know. I can't find the words right now. But
Bonerism?
When you want to touch something, like like the impulse to touch something.
Bonerism.
Well, you see black people and their hair.
What?
Sometimes people tend to want to touch black people's hair.
Jesus.
So a lady made a video game about this, particularly targeting people that want to touch black women's hair.
Of course you don't touch a black woman's hair. They have a weave, there's a chance of a weave in there. Either they're going to be cool with it or they're going to be aggressive about it. You don't do it. Just don't do it.
It says here that basically the game is called
times. I know.
Hair Nah, like hell nah. And you basically are touching a black woman's hair.
So you gotta try and touch black women.
God damn it.
No, the point is you're a black woman and
are you trying to touch the hair, or are
no,
you trying to
you're the black woman.
Get the person to not touch.
You're the
hair.
woman, and you have to smack away.
She's waving it, smacking the hands away.
You have to smack the hands away of people that are trying to touch your hair.
Holy shit!
Note that the screenshot
you see all
here,
these white hands coming out.
the screenshot here shows white hands trying to touch her hair.
Can't touch your weave. Fuck you.
I've never in my life, never in my life have wanted to touch a black woman's. I'm sorry. I never thought of. I mean, maybe I could see how this is a thing. I guess
it really depends on the developers. If it was like a Swedish, a bunch of white people in Sweden making this game, it would be pretty offensive. But if it was some black people from Brooklyn making this game, I could be behind it. Really depends on that part.
I don't see it on Steam.
No, it's a mobile game, I think.
That's fucking funny.
the girl who made his name is Momo Pixel. That's her name.
Momo Pixel.
She created the game called Hair Nah.
Hair Nah.
And she said, quote,
at least it's a girl that's
she said, quote, I am an 8-bit designer. Pixel is my last name. Pixel is my life. I make Pixel accessories. If you go on my Facebook, if you go on my Instagram, I'm Pixels. This game is just my personality.
Okay, well, it's an extension of her. That's kind of cool then.
Yeah, she wants to tell people to not touch her fucking hair, man.
Yeah, no, because I've heard a lot of stories of black, women. I'm not a black woman myself, but I've heard stories. I've heard stories of weird.
No, Jonathan, we didn't know you weren't a black woman.
There's a...
We're glad you clarified that for the listeners.
Well,
we didn't assume your gender.
I can tell you,
Red is not a black woman with a fro. I mean, I appreciate them. I love them.
I don't identify as a black woman either.
Guys, listen, my wife is from the Fiji Islands. I've been to, So she's
Does she have a fro?
yeah, she's
going
a Pacific Islander, but 60% of the country are native Fijians, and they are black. And so when we went on one of the tours, like a local kind of tour, and we went to the village, the guy said, all right, you can go there and shake their hands and talk and stuff, but just don't touch the top of their head. So I don't know if it was just like, yeah, don't touch the hair, man. You know?
Don't touch the hair. Just don't touch the hair. There's a game about it.
Yeah.
This must be like a real problem. Yeah, we usually have some tourists that like to touch their hair. Just don't touch their hair, please.
Next time I go, I'm going to bring this over.
That's
Son, they made a
funny.
game.
Jeez.
Wow. Well,
All right.
video games are tackling the hard problems of America right now. Real hard problems. Hard-hitting problems in America. People say.
Oh, God.
Guys, a new PlayStation Store redesign is coming for the browser. Basically, the PlayStation Store where you can go online, like on your computer, not on the PlayStation itself. I mean, it will be redesigned. During the time it's being redesigned, you will not be able to access your library of games on the PlayStation.com store or anything like that. I mean, even it says here that they're going to postpone the change until after the Black Friday sale, which will begin on November 21st to the 29th. That's how long it'll go.
So you're saying I can access my PS4 games on my PS4, but I can't access my PS4 games when I'm on the computer?
Yeah, like on your computer, yeah. But they're gonna do this,
Fuck
after,
you, Sony. Why you gotta fuck me
after
like
the
that?
29th of November. They're gonna do this. This will give players a whole week to look for some new deals on games that they have yet to play, especially if you're looking to buy one of the new big releases like Wolfenstein or Assassin's Creed or Need for
Or
Speed.
Titanfall 2.
No. In addition to not being able to access movies after this or TV shows during the PlayStation Store redesign, players won't be able to access their friends list, their friends wish list, or redeem discount codes via the website. So you will probably want to wait until the redesign is done if you have any discount codes you want to enter, unless you can put them in on your console if you have console.
Or go to the app. Just use your PlayStation app.
I would think that if you're in the PlayStation Store, you probably have a console.
Yeah.
Well, you're probably on your console. Like the amount of times I access the PS4 store on my phone or my computer is 1% of my time.
Even if you're at xboxlive.com, it's not the best experience. So
I mean, that's the best experience to go in there and type in a code real fast, or want to mass delete friends. Do it on the xbox.com website, because you can highlight all the people you want to delete and just delete them all at once instead of going through profile and profile and profile.
Sounds like you had some.
Yeah, I've had experience.
Had some experience with that.
Yes.
Jesus.
I have to delete people that I don't even know how the fuck they got on my friends list. Random YouTubers and shit on my friends list. I don't even know these people. Anyways, moving on, guys. Nintendo Switch hack allows homebrew code.
Awesome.
Nintendo Switch owners patiently waiting for a hack to enable the ability to install homebrew code will be pleased to know that one industrious developer has now found a way to run homebrews on the Nintendo Switch 3.0 hardware. The Pick a Switch GitHub, available on the link below on the article here, it says, has been updated this month to support user mode execution on 3.0, allowing homebrew code on the Switch 3.0 software. So if you are lower than that, you have to move your software to 3.0. But if you already got the new software, the 4.0 that just came out.
No, 3.0.1.
Yeah, if you already got that, then it doesn't work.
You'll need to wait for the further future exploits.
Yeah.
The catch is,
what point are you
still
at?
you still need to buy Pokken Tournament DX in order to use this hack. So you have to own the game in order to use the hack, because there's some way to hack it through that game's software. But I mean, this is just homebrew stuff. It's not really anything that interesting. I wouldn't personally do this.
I wouldn't either. No.
But I don't develop games, so I guess you can download homebrew shit and throw it on there, but I just don't. I'm not going to fuck with my Switch.
You don't want to brick it.
Speaking of
don't brick
hackers,
your Switch.
I like my homebrew beer, but that's about it.
Speaking of hackers, I have a new thing you can hack, guys. The Pip. It's like a Nintendo Switch for child hackers. As every child hacker knows, you can convince your parents to buy you a Switch, and you can find one in stock. The prospect of homebrew software on the Switch is still a ways off. There's a new Kickstarter project called PIP, P-I-P. It appears to be an interesting alternative.
Like the Pip Boy?
It basically looks kind of like a Switch. Kind of.
It looks like a leapfrog.
Switch.
Like if Switch was a leapfrog.
Yeah.
That's what it would be.
It's like it has those
really
big
does.
plastic controllers, like huge, like indestructible plastic shit. You know what I mean? But basically, this is a thing that can it has a touchscreen. It has the little controllers on the side, and it looks like a Switch. Has all that, but it's gonna run totally open Raspberry Pi. Could it run the latest Mario or Zelda? Probably not. No fucking way. But it does run Minecraft.
Really?
That's the preferred method of relaxation for any child hacker, by the way.
And you can make your own games.
Yeah. Which is what
of course, with a Raspberry
really counts,
Pi,
guys. At the heart of the PIP is a Raspberry Pi Compute 3 Lite. Compute Model 3 Lite.
Hey, Jesus, you can get this for your daughter for Christmas.
The module is compatible with typical Pi software and exposes the regular 40-pin header for hooking up to external hardware, but allows for a more compact and battery-friendly mobile device than the typical 3D printed case. It has an 800 by 480 4-inch touchscreen, a couple of USB ports, and an HDMI out to plug it into your TV. So I'm gonna get this for my kids so she can start hacking. She's a professional.
$200.
Professional child hacker is my child.
Man, you might as well just spend the extra $100 and get a Switch.
Right?
Man,
Or a real Raspberry Pi.
$200. Holy Christ!
By the perfect gift for your hacker center daughter. It's great.
See, basically you could just make a bunch of things on here, and save it to like an SD card and transfer it over to the PC and all that hacker stuff. It's a hacker's dream.
Yeah, it says you can also just swap out the included SD card for a traditional Raspbian Linux distro and use PIP like a regular Pi.
Guys, moving on now.
Almost about $200 it'll cost you.
Go on Kickstarter and find it. The PIP.
Yes.
The PIP.
I want Pi.
That's the early bird price.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because after that it'll probably go like $250, $300,
Yeah,
or
$249.
or drop down to like $15, like the Ouya.
Or if
You'll
your
see it
hacker kit was good
beyond,
enough,
right?
you can get it for like $100.
Poor
or
Ouya,
whatever.
man. Ouya failed so bad.
Oh my God, what is this next story?
Russia used screenshots of a mobile game to prove the United States had collusions with ISIS. On November 14th, the Russian Ministry of Defense littered its social media with pictures of what it claimed was irrefutable evidence, in quotes, that the United States had been colluding with ISIS in Syria, which was then proven to be a screenshot from a mobile game called AC-130 Gunship Simulator Special Ops Squadron.
Okay, I thought it was going to be Call of Duty.
The tweets,
what I thought it was
which
gonna
have since been deleted, showed what seemed to be a satellite image of trucks traveling down a desert road, which Russian intelligence claimed were ISIS soldiers leaving a town with U.S.-provided supplies. Within hours, people noticed the similarities to AC-130's trailer, though the image posted by the Russian intelligence had been blurred and removed identifying markers by cropping them off the bottom. The pictures were later replaced with different pictures without any explanations. The studio behind the game, Byte Converter Studios, has not commented on the situation, but they basically were like, yeah, America is helping ISIS. Look at this evidence. And then people were like, that's a video game.
Yeah.
They were probably all like, no one knows about this game. This game is fucking shit.
Wait, they went and Googled it. Hey, came out with like
AC-130.
Just some crappy mobile game. They'll never know.
Oh, man. But if you didn't...
The ISIS transaction. Yeah.
If you were believing that that America was helping ISIS, you're wrong. America fights ISIS. Guys, there's a new game called... what's this game called? Street Food Tycoon. Street Food Tycoon is started by this kid who basically, he said that, he wanted to like make a game that showed how street food vendors had to sell their food. He didn't think it was going to be a big hit, but apparently the game has now generated over 50 million downloads and it became a big hit. He says he actually, he made a sequel to the game called Street Food Tycoon World.
Wow.
And he continues to have success with it. He says he can make money off of it. I mean, he's living off of what he makes on the game. But, he says that, he's just doing it because he likes to make it, I guess.
Yeah.
So Jesus, if we need to play this game, if we could get can we open a downtown Portland street food cart?
We should.
Hot dogs.
There's so many fucking street carts. Yeah.
There's a lot of street carts.
I know. We should be primed for this. We should get fucking first score like right away.
It says here that he used to work for a company that made mobile games for the Palm OS, Microsoft's Pocket PC, and Symbian platforms, which all failed miserably, he says. So he created his own company called Kuyi Mobile, and Kuyi Mobile is the creator of Street Food Tycoon and Street Food Tycoon World. And yeah, he's basically saying that he works from home. He literally like Skypes with this team that he has like hired on, like his other people.
Nice.
And he says he doesn't plan on opening up like an office studio. He doesn't even plan like to do that at all. He says because it works for him how they're doing it right now, over Skype and stuff. Everybody just works from home, gets their stuff done, and he can play video games when he wants to.
Nice. What a life.
But I mean,
Must be nice.
Yeah, the game's it's a Apple Store, 99 cents.
Yeah.
I wonder what his favorite food cart is.
So do I.
Well, he's Filipino, so yeah, some lumpia.
I mean, it could be anything like the grilled cheese grill or koi
What
fusion.
are you saying, Gunny? He's Filipino, so he can't like hamburgers?
Yeah, what's up, Gunny? He doesn't like hot dogs?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Maybe he wants a
Gunny?
pretzel. I don't fucking know.
How dare you assume what he wants?
Some balut, some noodles. Hey, I speak Filipino, I know.
Whoa, what kind of racist thing is that? You speak Filipino?
I do.
Speak some Filipino.
Go ahead.
What's your favorite food cart in Filipino, Gunny?
Go.
Let's see. Bugong alamang.
Nice.
Yeah.
You just made that up. That ain't even a real word.
I can do that too, Gunny.
It is. Fish taste.
That sounds authentic.
Blah, 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 blah.
Ano balita? No, oh, how?
Oh, my goodness gracious.
I speak Tagalog.
Hang on, I gotta get out the translator.
Yeah.
Again,
Ask me anything, I'll speak it. You ask me, I'll tell you what it is.
Man. Guys,
shit.
for more news real quick, I don't know if you guys heard about the news that broke out last week, but last week, I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday, IGN employees basically walked out of IGN offices. Yeah. They were like, fuck you, we're not working. And it was on out of a thing that happened that some girl posted that used to work at IGN. She alleged that some dude that worked there with her, I think he was her superior. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
I think it was just like another editor was just super creepy on her.
Yeah, it was super creepy trying to hit on her and stuff. And basically she reported it to the HR.
I don't even know if it was like hitting on her like so much. I think it was just like
being creepy, right?
He just kind of made a creepy joke because from what I read, it was they were working all night and shit. And I guess she had made a complaint about, God, I'm tired. And he said something like, when I was your age, I used to be able to go all night, and touched her on her arm or something like that.
Okay.
And I mean, like, and I get how that could make her feel weird and whatnot.
Like as you said, like I want one more night of going all night.
But it wasn't even really that there was a problem. It was that she went to HR afterwards and to say something to them, and they reprimanded her and the other person that was involved with it. Like there was two girls apparently, and the other person, they reprimanded them instead of the guy. It was like, it wasn't really that the guy did this. It was more the HR
handling of it.
Handled it totally wrong. Like HR should have said, okay, thank you, and gone to the guy that did this and said, hey, listen, you're making these people a little uncomfortable. maybe don't do that shit.
Down. Yeah, exactly.
Bit.
Like,
so,
a lot of times, as a guy, you're like so
this guy.
Sometimes.
I mean, and it wasn't really. It was sort of a stupid, just dumb thing that happened. And really, I guess, like, what the girl said was, like, maybe I should have just went to him and said something to him about it. You know what I mean? Because things probably would have went a lot differently if I would have just said, hey, man, pull him aside and say, hey, man, you're kind of making me uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing, right? Like,
well, HR failed them big time. I mean, that's, yeah.
Yeah. And it sucks. That's kind of they said, okay, we need to change the way we do this shit.
Yeah.
Or, we're walking the fuck out. So they ended up walking out.
Yeah, it's cool that actually HR and shit, like, actually let them do it and, supported them on that versus, like, if you walk out, you're fired or whatever.
Well, I think once everyone in the company, found out how it was handled, and then that's when they all took action and said,
yeah,
no,
they said they weren't even going to, like, make their daily fix videos or all those videos they do daily or whatever. They were going to do those. They just said, no, we're not going to do it.
Oh, shit.
And even the company was on board with it. They were like, that's cool. We fucked
They didn't fire nobody over it. They didn't say, fuck you guys, you're all fired. They didn't do any of that. No one got reprimanded for it.
No, and there was a thing from the CEO that came out, like, and it was him basically saying, we support these people. We realize this was handled wrong, and we're going to do everything that we can to right this wrong. Yeah. So, I mean, they don't really have a choice to say anything other than that.
They couldn't have said, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. Fuck, you're all fired, fuckers. We're hiring. IGN is hiring right now.
So we know the guy in HR no longer works there, but I was referring to the guy that did the harassing.
He doesn't work there either.
No, that's what I'm talking about. The guy that did the harassing didn't work there either anymore.
Yeah, he's gone. So, yeah. I don't even think it was because of that. They said he left on a good note.
He left on his own. He left on his own to go work somewhere else.
Yeah.
So and the girl did too. The girl that said that this happened to her, she left IGN as well by herself. Like she didn't
She was really uncomfortable though.
Yeah, the rest
why she left.
So so guys out there, in your jobs, you might have work crushes. They're kind of cute, whatever. But just don't be a creep.
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, it was a big deal because people were like, "What the fuck's going on with IGN?" I mean, NeoGAF.
Definitely self-respect.
NeoGAF shut down because of this shit. Lots of things happening over this stuff, and we're obviously seeing the stuff going on in Hollywood.
Right.
Shit, even in our Congress.
Shit, even on here, fucking. Before, like an hour before the show, Jesus made me get naked on this fucking webcam for him.
I apologize. I was drunk.
Dick, and I was like, all right, I guess.
with the horned hat you're wearing right now. So.
That's why he's wearing his little furry fucking horn hat.
He was wearing
a Gunny saying, make me horny. And I was like, all right, I'll make horny as much as I can.
Actually, I had you wear that leopard type, webbing around you, but
I know. There's
Jonathan, I have never done anything.
No.
Never done
Oh shit!
I apologize.
Nah, I mean, in all seriousness,
you should have reported this to me, Jonathan.
I will come to you first next time when Jesus pulls this shit next time.
Oh man, but in all seriousness, I'm glad the way IGN was able to respond and handle the situation, and they kind of worked it out with all their employees.
No, they handled it well.
Yeah.
They didn't freak out. They didn't fire nobody, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, and it's weird because it's sorry. It's weird because in the gaming world, even as gamers, guys tend to see girls as kind of like they don't really belong in games. You know what I mean? Or they don't really belong in gaming.
Almost. Okay, so the other day I had I was playing Titanfall 2, and I saw this girl kicking ass. She was like obliterating everyone. I was like, oh, sweet, a girl that's really good at fucking Titanfall 2. And I friend requested her and whatever. And then
you sent her a message, and she sent a voice message back to you, and it sounded like this. Go away, man.
No, yeah, I mean, through a couple games we played together, and then all of a sudden they came out like, oh, this is my wife's account. And all of a sudden I felt really bummed. I was like, oh, it's not a girl player. So I like playing with girls a lot more than guys for some fucking reason. I don't know what it is.
What is it, Johnathan? What is this?
I don't know. In Titanfall 1, I play with a lot of girls, and they're fucking badass. And I just...
Dude, there's a lot of girls that are out there that are good, man.
Oh, yeah, for real. And
I do see articles of, for example, Twitch, and I see articles of where, hey, like, well, how come girls are not getting the attention, or how come they're not getting as many followers as guys? So probably a lot of clickbait, but I do see those articles with
it's
gender.
a weird one because
I don't know what, man. I think girls probably get more viewers than guys.
That's what I would think
too. The majority of the people out there are guys.
Yeah.
They want to look at some hot chick.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
But what I'm saying is,
think that you're playing with some hot chickens.
The gaming industry used to be very heavy on like girls weren't really gamers back in the day, and if you were a gamer, it was like like really weird. And even like I was reading an article the other day, which was like from 2006 or 2007. It was an IG article actually,
way back in the day.
And they were interviewing the chick for what was the chick that was on G4? What was her name?
Oh, the tall one?
Olivia.
Yeah, they were interviewing her and saying how hot she was and how, like, she's a sexy gamer. And I was like, this is a creepy-ass article. I was like, just the way the article was written was really weird. And it shows, like, how different the world is from 2006 to now. I was like, wow, like, this shit would not fly nowadays. None of this shit, like
focusing on the girl's looks,
right?
Yeah, he's like complimenting on her looks in the article, like saying like, oh yeah, she makes her character wear like scantily fucking like scant clothes, or like her character is donning like fucking a bikini or like like fucking bra armor and like weird shit. Like I'm like, what? This is like an IGN article? What the fuck is this
weird
shit?
Yeah, it'd be weird to listen to stuff from the 2000s to see how...
And like they were like even talking in the article about how like E3 is full of booth babes and like hot girls and all this shit. Like, I was kind of weird.
The cosplay scene kind of confuses me a bit because it is built more on like sexualism.
Yeah,
and
it is.
And I mean, okay, so I do a lot of art and shit, and I know firsthand that if you want to do stuff that actually sells or whatever, you just throw some boobs or some ass in there and then boom, it sells. So it's just like, it's just like, so with Gears of War, also with like, so the first one, the Gears of War 4, whatever, it wasn't Gears of War 4, but it was a flashback one that came out after Gears of War 3. Judgment, yeah. All of a sudden, like that one, like, so it's under a different company, but the girls looked a lot sexier. There's a lot more rendering in their ass and shit, and it just felt so fucking weird. Yeah. And it's just an angle that games shouldn't have to go under for an easy sell.
Even like I'll take it back, like to a more recent game, Tomb Raider. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, that's 3D ass.
Like that. They totally sexualized Lara Croft in that fucking game. Like as much as you don't wanna.
Not so much in the newer ones.
No,
I mean,
in the newer ones, not so much.
In the older ones, she had the big triangle breasts,
the big boobs.
Triangles were hot.
Yeah,
and the short shorts.
Triangle breasts.
But I'm just saying, like a lot of video games do that, and but some video games,
Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball.
I know.
You know how much DLC that game has?
Love that game.
Like bring bikinis and outfits and schoolgirl outfits and like mini skirts and like they have like 1,000 pieces of DLC for that game and they're all like $1 a piece or something. So it is pretty nuts how like all that stuff it's done, and I think moving forward we're gonna see less and less of that.
Yeah, no, the over sexualism like in games and stuff is just pretty odd.
Or even Bayonetta. Bayonetta's another one.
But yeah, I mean,
you gotta.
Like Overwatch, look at Overwatch when Tracer came out
or whatever,
and people were like, "Oh, Tracer is hot," or like fucking, and they were like, "Well, she's lesbian." You know what I mean? Like they're like, "Oh, she's lesbian," like right away. They were like, "Fuck this!"
I can't stick my virtual dick in her. No.
People were like, "Oh, what the fuck?" It's just really weird the way they handle all that. I don't know. But whatever. Guys, we're done with the news. We're ending on a crazy note, but We have questions, Facebook questions. You can leave Facebook questions over at a Horrible Gamers Podcast community. First question comes from Mike Ward.
Mike Ward. Wait, not Brian?
No, he asked something about Brian.
Okay, cool.
This is actually pretty funny.
If Brian
awesome.
Tolp asks a question in the forest, but no one is around to answer it, was the question still asked?
That's a great question.
I'm not 100%. I don't know. I mean,
Dude, when I saw this, I was cracking up when I saw this question.
Funny.
it's pretty funny.
Tomorrow we'll see a video of Brian,
Oh, Brian Tolp inside the woods.
He's just taking a stroll in the woods. Facebook Live on the Horrible Gamers. Fucking. Oh,
Asking
Jesus
questions in the forest.
Hey, Brian, your next questions have to come in forest form or they're not being answered.
So the next question you ask us, Brian, better have been written in the woods or in the forest. Because Brian Tolp Jr. asked, from inside the forest, guys, he asked, what deals for Black Friday are you most excited about?
I'm heading down for some PSVR stuff myself. I saw that there's like a bundle with Doom and a bundle with Skyrim. So I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm going to be eyeballing those.
Did you buy one yet?
No, not yet. But I'm working on the wife. I've been pushing.
You're almost there, right?
No, I'm almost there. Almost there. But yeah, PSVR.
I want to see a deal on the Switch. That's what I want.
Yeah, I think you'll probably see that,
Might,
Gunny.
yeah.
Yeah. You know, something.
It won't be like
bundle.
it won't. I don't think it'll be like half off, but it'll be like maybe 20 bucks off,
Nintendo. It's not going to be anything ridiculous.
30
but-
bucks off, 40 bucks off, maybe.
Yeah, sure. You know, hey, here's Mario bundle with 3 amiibos or something. You know, Pro Controller, $30 off. You know, something good like that.
Yeah.
Me, I am looking for Shadow of War, and I'm really mad that I haven't seen it yet.
Really?
You can buy it off
It's
of
not on
Gunny
there?
for like $30.
You know, listening to, I think it was CADcast, they were talking about Black Friday deals with, I don't know if it has to be that Gamers Club, but Best Buy has some good deals. I haven't seen
No,
them.
the Gamers Club doesn't stack on top of it. You
No,
cannot
you
use.
Are you saying that Best Buy has
Or
the...
it's just, usually
Best
they're
Buy?
just straight deals, because I've gotten
Yeah.
a few physical items from them.
I don't have that up here, Gunny. We don't have Club up high.
Your best shot, Ryan, honestly,
Best Buy does
best
not.
your
Gamers
best
Club.
shot to get these deals would be to go to like Amazon.com and wait for them to match the prices of these sites.
Not in
I
Canada.
say better yet, just find
What?
drug
They don't do
dealers
that in
and
Canada.
just see what
Amazon
they
is
have at their
garbage in
house.
Canada. Jesus.
Amazon
we don't
is
get
like-
deals.
Amazon is the best thing
shit
ever
in
made.
Canada compared.
I buy
Find a
everything
couple
on
Coke
Amazon.
dealers, though. They
Right,
have a couple
you're in the
stores there.
US.
They'll be really cheap.
Different
How
story.
dare you? How dare you badmouth Amazon? How dare you?
Coke
I'm not
dealers.
bad-mouthing Amazon. I'm
in
bad-mouthing
your area.
Amazon in
You
Canada.
know one.
Fucking Canadians.
Amazon in Canada is shit. It's not like what
Coke
you guys
dealers
get.
are much better than Canadian Amazon.
What are you saying, Jonathan?
I'm just saying, look at your local Coke
He's like
dealer.
randomly
They're
saying
bound to have a fucking Xbox One X for sale or a fucking PS4 Pro for sale, but look up
They're
your
not
local
gonna have
Coke
that
dealer.
shit for sale.
Best deal out there. Just do it.
I'll look up my local Coke dealer for his Black Friday sales.
Black Friday. Check Coke Dealer Friday. That's all I'm saying.
Coke dealer Friday. Yo, can I get some? Can I get a bottle of Coke for half off
50% off.
today
My
only?
PS4. My
Today only. Fucking
combo deal. PS4
Thanksgiving
Pro
night
Coke
special.
for
You,
$400.
you have to first come, first serve on Thanksgiving.
You can be.
Buy Xbox One X, get a free.
You're gonna be completely satisfied with your purchase. You'll be hyped.
Stolen Xbox One X and a bag of crack for you to enjoy it.
Just throw a little crack in that vapor chamber and you're good.
Anyways,
Let it
guys,
ride.
what I'm looking forward to on a Black Friday deal, I don't know, man. I'm kind of thinking about picking up Wolfenstein, but at the same time, I'm just like, that's a single player only game. I'm gonna play it once and never play it again.
Play by
Dude,
yourself.
it's $30. $30, is it worth it?
$30, yes. Jesus, 30. It was worth $30.
It looks
Okay.
fucking
And
amazing.
there's a lot more to it than just the story.
Okay.
Once you get through the story, there is a bunch of shit at the end of that game.
Okay.
And it can keep you going if you're enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like it was
More Nazis?
yes.
Yes. Okay.
Basically what happens is after the game ends, all the other like head Nazi regime people, you have to go and kill them, and you've collected all these enigmas, and you have to use the enigma machine to figure out where that person is, and then you go and assassinate him.
Oh. Nice.
So this is actually a really cool end game to that game. That can keep
Is it kind of more, is it like a Hitman expansion basically, or?
No, not really. It's still Wolfenstein. It's just like, yeah, like
You just have people to kill targets.
You have to solve this enigma riddle, and then it lets you know where that target is, and then you go to that place and try and kill that target. So you're going back into areas that you've already been in, but you're going to like different places in them. So it's pretty neat.
Speaking of
$30, it's worth it, man.
Speaking of Black Friday deals, apparently Microsoft has been emailing people $10 gift cards.
Yeah, I've seen that.
What the fuck, Microsoft? Where's my $10 gift card? They're probably like, you spent too much money on our digital store. We don't need to give you any money.
Yeah, we don't.
So speaking of finally, I heard that, Ryan, you finally got the fucking email from Rare that you're into the whole Sea of Thieves thing, right?
No. I didn't get an email.
Oh, you didn't
get the emails.
I went into the Xbox Insider app, and in there it was in there. So I downloaded it.
Behold.
Yeah, and now they haven't done.
Right?
They'll email you when they do a live thing. They'll email you.
I'll get a message from Xbox Live, right, to let me know.
No, if you're in the preview program, Gunny,
yes.
Go to the Insiders app. There's a section in there that'll, like, for content. It has, like, Minecraft and a couple of other betas in there. And that's where you'll get the Sea of Thieves beta. That's where I saw it anyways.
I don't even think I'm part of that program, and I'm still getting messages from Xbox because of it.
Man, I want to pirate that for you guys.
Get emails.
They send me
messages for Trove.
They send me a message.
DLC for Trove, and I'm like,
they sent me a message like 2 days ago that was like, the new Warframe expansion comes out. Here's a DLC code for the skin. I was like, what? I don't even play this shit.
Yeah, I got that.
Warframe.
But I had another question that kind of was based off of this. I don't know who asked it, but I did read it in the Facebook group earlier today when I was going through the comments. Someone asked if we were pissed off that all the games we bought. That if we were pissed off that all the games we bought are now going to be on sale for half off or more.
They're always on sale.
Alex Wendling was the one that asked that.
I guess it depends on what.
Jesus and Ryan keep their. Oh no, wait. Sorry.
No. It was somebody else. I don't know which comment it was. I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it. But anyways, they were saying like, are you guys mad that
Closac,
that
history, all the big hitters you guys bought are now on sale?
I'm not mad. I guess.
Well, it depends. If they're like player versus player game, so like Titanfall 2, for instance, I paid full version for that, but as soon as it went on sale, I bought like
it's free now.
I bought a bunch of my friends' copies of that shit. So
it's free now. If EA Access, game, you should buy people EA Access to get it now.
I know, whatever. But,
now it's in the vault.
But I mean, it's a player versus player game. I'll buy my friends' copies just so they can play with me and shit. But I don't know what game they're.
But I mean, I'm used to it now.
Yeah,
like literally, I am.
I'm more pissed that I'm more pissed that the one game that I want isn't on sale.
Oh right.
Like,
no.
I bought all these games, and the one game that I didn't buy isn't on sale. And I'm like, you motherfucker! And I was like, you know what? I'll just wait till Black Friday, and I'll buy it on Black Friday because it'll surely be on sale.
And it's not on sale.
Like,
Like
fuck Ryan.
Microsoft is watching my purchases and is like, okay, that one can go on sale. Oh, he bought that one. That one can go on sale. Oh, he bought one too. That can go on sale. He can buy
Actually, you know what? So as soon as Ryan buys it, put it on sale the next day.
I know, right?
You know what?
No, completely.
You know what this? You know what this means? It means you should buy more games, Ryan. We need more sales.
I'm not buying any more games.
You need to buy every game.
Interested in, and then you can express interest in them and hoping they'll go on sale.
You need to buy every game so they could all go on sale, and then we'll just benefit from it.
I'll tell you what, Jesus, if you guys want to gift me games, you right
The
ahead.
game gifting.
Just like with this whole EA Battlefront thing, I'm just watching from the sidelines going, woohoo, this will bring the game down in price.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
No. Especially if they're doing away with the loot boxes, there's no way of fucking hell they're lowering the price of that game. Like, we need to make our money somehow. There's like, I'm surprised. Like, I'm all I'm worried about is like them bringing back season passes and shit because
They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They already said a long time ago they were going to do season passes, so
I know,
they can't fall back on that. No, they can't.
What a position is that? They're like, okay, we're going to give you all this free content, but we're going to have loot boxes. And then people are like, we don't want to pay for your loot boxes. They're like, well shit. God damn it. What are we going to fucking do at this point?
Right now they're trying to figure it out, and I bet you they're going to do skins. They're going to do skins for the characters. They're going to do skins for your stormtroopers, skins for the droids, skins for your guns.
That's a Titanfall, like, revenue, and that was fine with me. Yeah, like, I'm cool with skins. Yeah.
It'll work. But next question was from Alex Wenley, and he asked, what enhanced games have blown you away with how good they look, and which games let you down? The best one that I've seen was Gears of War. Tomb Raider was really like, wow. I went back to that like this. I think I played a little bit of that this week. That was pretty cool looking. Lara Croft never looked better. What else?
Non-sexualized, of course.
Yeah. What do you mean? What are you trying to say, man? She never looked better, bro.
I liked her backpack. It was awesome.
HDRS.
Looked tight.
But I mean, I think the one that's benefited the most, honestly, though, has been Assassin's Creed Origins, and I'm just excited to see what they do with the next big Ubisoft game like Far Cry 5. I think it's not the games that we have now. I think it's the games coming out early next year, like Red Dead Redemption, Far Cry 5. These games coming out in the beginning of next year when we're really going to start noticing big changes between the Xbox One S and the Xbox One X. You're going to notice a lot of changes, I think. You know what I mean? Yeah. You'll notice the enhancements way more because they'll have more time to tweak.
Hey, Ryan, any enhancements you saw? Sorry, guys. I just had to fucking do it.
Where is he?
Oh,
I don't know.
He's not even here. He's
already gone.
So for mine would be Shadow of War.
Shadow of War? Yeah, Shadow of War looked good.
Yeah, absolutely. That game is, wow, the HDR is amazing.
I haven't got an X1 X myself, but I've gotten a really big bag of, like, really big bottle of sake and some extra pot.
Yeah, that doesn't stick with the conversation, John. Come on.
I've been trying to X1X this situation myself. It's turned out pretty good.
Right.
But I agree, Gunny.
Strong.
I agree. Shadow of War is it's a very good enhanced game. I was playing it, and yeah, it looks way better. The armor he's wearing, like that pretty badass armor he has on, looks way more like detailed now that it's just like on the Xbox One X or whatever.
Very detailed. And
his hair and shit it looks more like more lines.
It definitely gives it that realism.
Yeah.
With the lighting. Oh, yeah, the lighting, right? That's the HDR in play.
Man.
So with Gunny
and the colors.
X1X situation, have a fro or have a bit more hair going on?
On the what? No. Yeah, he just got the long hair, but I don't know about like which ones have let me down because I've gotten more windshield time driving than I actually have on the Xbox. I haven't checked out, I have Ark. I haven't played that or Gears of War 4. Yeah.
Hey, if you're playing Ark, Paradox actually has a really good server going on that. So I'll have to link you in.
Yeah. Give me the server number. Like, I know there's like a bunch of them out there.
Cool. Yeah, he's been hella dorking out on that. Like, I've been trying to get him to play Titanfall, and he's like, I'm messing around with I got some 2X things going on. I got some babies. I got some.
Yeah, you could definitely create your own, thing in there. So
Yeah.
with all those different servers.
What about you, Brian? What's the best enhancement you've seen, or the worst, the most letdown?
I mean, the best has to be Assassin's Creed for me so far. I haven't really played much other than that this week, really. I know, like you were saying, Gears of War 4 looks amazing, and Tomb Raider, I've seen it. It looks amazing, Diablo looked really nice for the little bit that I played it, but I wouldn't say it blew me away or anything, but it definitely looks crisper, and you can tell, there's more effects and stuff, and it's handling it better, not as much slowdown. And I mean, that's really the biggest thing for me is everything runs smoother. The UI runs smoother. Getting in and out of your stuff is much smoother.
Yeah.
I think that is one of the biggest improvements where it's like I can get in and out of my Xbox. I had to hard reset my Xbox a couple of times today, and it's so much faster. Even faster than my Elite, which it has the SSD in it, right? Or the hybrid SSD.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like that is a big advantage to the X, personally.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I was playing with Ryan earlier, and we were both playing Assassin's Creed, and my game crashed.
Yeah.
And it was like, boom, back to dashboard.
Ooh.
I didn't even have to. I mean, I couldn't even go in and hit quit. It was just I fired it back up. I was right back at the same mission within seemed like minutes.
Yeah,
not even more than a
lot
couple.
Less time than it normally would take.
Yeah, it was like pop you back at the screen, go ahead and hit play, go from the save. I was right back where I wanted to be. I was like, yeah, that was fast.
I played some Titanfall 2 this week, and that got enhanced for the Xbox One X. I was playing some of that multiplayer, and it was really smooth, man. The game looks nice. It looks beautiful, and it looks better than it ever has, actually. But yeah. Next question.
Best game ever.
Next question. Alexander Kopek asked, your favorite snack and drink while you grind in the game?
We get this question a lot.
Yeah, we do. We get this question oftentimes.
Yeah.
I don't like eating, I don't like eating when I game. I could drink like beer or water or soda or juice when I'm gaming, but I don't like to eat. Maybe
so no hard alcohol.
If I ever eat, is something that's not like very like chips. I hate chips. I like I'll eat jerky sometimes. Like I'll buy a bag of jerky, and I'll eat like a piece of jerky while I'm fucking sitting there shooting shit or whatever the fuck.
The other day when I was playing Star Wars Battlefront 2, I actually grabbed the only food that we had in the house was like a loaf of bread. I grabbed that and a stick of butter, and I fucking ate that shit.
A loaf of bread and
a loaf of bread and a stick of butter? Holy Christ.
I nailed it down. My wife was actually pretty upset.
You didn't have like peanut butter?
Where'd our bread go? I'm like, I was playing Star Wars.
I'm just going to bite this stick of butter and eat this bread.
Microtransactions.
See, I like doing like... probably one of my favorite snacks has got to be like combos, little like
pretzels with pepperoni.
Yeah, those are bomb.
Or the pizza flavoring or whatever. I fucking love those.
Those
things,
are good.
Man. They're great.
They're delicious.
And they're pretty good for gaming. You don't get too much shit on your fingers. So
like that or granola bars are pretty good too because they're not dirty. You know what I mean? It's not greasy. Yeah. I hate like eating real food when I game.
Actually, when I was in a party with Gunny earlier today, I said to him, like, I'm eating the worst fucking snack ever for gaming. I was trying to eat pistachio nuts.
Oh, fuck.
Pistachios are fucking good, though.
Crack open a nut. I just wonder what the fucking sound is.
That's awesome.
Mine would be pretzels. I like pretzels.
Pretzels are good, man.
They're not your hands greasy or grimy.
So, man.
I like Masubis. If you guys have a Hawaiian place next to you, some seaweed and some Spam and some rice. It's really fucking good.
I really want that all over my controller.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the cleanest snack out there. It's so good.
Oh yeah.
Guys, I have more questions for you real quick. Alex Winling asked, will Jesus and Ryan keep their Switches long term or trade them in towards a brand new Xbox One X game in the future. No, I plan to keep my Switch for the long haul.
As soon as Xbox VR comes out, they're going to be swapping it out.
Let's
leave it at that.
Glasses, you know.
If that did happen, Jonathan, I would trade my PS4 in.
Yeah. No, me too, actually. That's the whole reason why I
system.
bought the PS4 is for VR. So if Xbox all of a sudden was like, hey, we're doing VR, I would probably trade mine in.
I mean, I almost traded it in when I picked up the X just to make it even cheaper. You know, but I was like, maybe there's still some stuff I want to play. I don't know. I'll just hang on to it. I kind of want to play Spider-Man and a couple of other games.
Yeah, Spider-Man looks cool.
Spider-Man will have a Pro system launch with it, I bet.
Yeah, but I'm not going to buy a Pro.
Special Edition Pro with HDR and dynamic 4K. Hey, notice this is what they're going for now? Every trailer that they have now, it's like, dynamic 4K on the PlayStation 4 Pro. They don't call it like 4K. They call it dynamic 4K.
So if you see a game come out with 4K, you're like, fuck this shit. Where's my dynamics?
Yeah, like, where's the dynamic 4K?
It's sad.
Yeah, I mean that's what they're going for now. That's the angle they're using for their marketing, is dynamic 4K resolution on the PS4 Pro.
I just can't wait to see ultra dynamic.
Xbox comes out and says ultra dynamic for the Xbox One X. Ultra dynamic 4K on the Xbox One X.
Fuck dynamic.
4KX.
Yeah.
4KX, the
4K is
ultra.
cutting it, folks.
Ultra 4KX.
Ultra 4K.
It's not dynamic 4K. This is ultra 4K.
Ultra dynamic.
Hybrid realism.
Ultra 4K.
Ultra 4K.
At Xbox, we've unlocked the true power of ultra 4K. Guys. But no, Alex, I'm going to keep my Switch. There's a lot of games on there that I want to play, and I'm still playing, and games that
You finished Mario?
I want to play.
Man,
no, I haven't finished it.
And rooftop parties are so much fun. There's no way you can get those up.
No way, dude.
No way.
You know how many rooftop parties I've been to in my life?
I mean, once you had
None
one,
before the Switch.
You can't stop.
And now that I got my Switch, it's the only parties I ever go to. Like every time someone says, "Jesus, we're gonna have a party," and I'm like, "Is it a rooftop?" And they tell me no. They tell me no. Then I'm like, "Fuck you guys. I'm not going."
I gotta tell you, I'm kind of sad.
Uh-oh. Why?
Do you get rid from a rooftop party?
Rooftop party season is over in Canada.
No.
Is it snowing?
Now it's
There's no more rooftop parties this year, guys.
Fuck
no
you
more.
guys. Fuck the
I gotta fucking play my Switch in my living room like an asshole.
Sounds horrible.
fireplace.
No, wait. Put it in the bathroom like a real man.
Sounds horrible.
Don't you guys in Canada don't you guys have those like big barrels filled with like a fire and stand around them and drink Molson and
Yeah, I thought
like homeless people.
Every day was a snow season in Canada. I thought you guys snowed all the time. It was just like
It's like always snowing in Canada.
Constantly snowing. Well, we live in igloos, right? So
I mean, that's my figure.
right.
Everywhere above fucking Washington was just snow and
It's like white
snow.
on the map.
green screen behind me.
Snow and mountains.
It's fake.
Just ice back here. I don't know what you guys are seeing.
I see you're broadcasting live from your igloo. So doing pretty good.
Guys. Next.
They're just green screened.
But like I said, you'll never ever look at life the same again. I mean, like in the future, I'm gonna throw all my parties on rooftops, all of them. Like birthday party for my kid.
Can't go back.
Birthday party for my kid, rooftop. I'm getting married, rooftop. Fucking prom and anniversaries, fucking anything that's a party related thing, it's gonna go to rooftops. I mean, I'm not showing up if it ain't a
rooftops, no
rooftop.
guardrails.
Christmas?
Everything is rooftop.
Christmas. Here we come.
I just can't wait for my VR rooftop party. This is all I'm waiting for.
Yeah,
VR
that'll end well.
with no guardrails on the side. Fuck guardrails. You don't need those. You need to look
guardrails.
cool.
Put obstacles right at the bottom.
There's no guardrails on VR.
Straight up
Edges.
slant roof.
Takes away from realism if you put guardrails up. Guys,
You're harnessed.
everybody's gonna be roped or chained in. Yeah.
Thomas
So at least
Klozek.
when you fall, you'll swing.
Oh wait, that's a different question.
skip that. That's
Next
the
question,
answer.
Thomas Klozek. Thomas Klozek is the new. He's the new Brian Taub Jr. I think we have a competition here, guys.
Oh.
Oh, ask away, Tom.
Tom and Brian. I think someone's trying to replace you, trying to send you out to the forest.
All right, Brian, what's up?
Thomas, he asked, favorite topping on your pizza? Favorite topping on your pizza?
Bacon.
Pepperoni.
What's a pepperoni? Pepperoni, man.
I have to say, Canadian bacon, or as a Canadian would say, P-mail. I love my P-mail.
You like female bacon on pizza?
I do. On like
It's just
pineapple and pea
well,
milk.
Canadian bacon is
No.
I'm all about pineapple.
Pineapple on pizza. You
No.
don't
Okay, I choose my answer. Pineapple.
I like pineapple. I like pineapple on
I
pizza.
love pineapple on pizza.
Even though I never get it anymore, but
Pineapple on pizza is good. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Hell great. It has a texture.
Hawaiian
You
pizza.
got your hard crust and you
No.
got soft cheese.
That's how they eat pizza in Hawaii.
Pineapple is meant to be cold. Do not fucking warm up pineapple. No, don't do it.
Warm pineapple.
It's so soft.
Yeah, it's like
Pineapple
juicy.
Goodness.
Gives it that little sweet, tangy taste. And you got the pea meal on there for the meat.
Female
Cheese.
pineapple. Female pineapple.
female pineapple.
Male pineapple pen.
I'm gonna make a song about it. Want to hear it? Here it goes. Oh shit!
Guys, another question real quick. Chad Brown asked, do you ever get to the point in a game that you're no longer having fun, but you can't stop playing until you finish at least the main storyline? I'm really
Star Wars
grinding.
Battlefront
He
2.
says, I'm really grinding through the end of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It's completely joyless. Yeah, there's been games where that's happened to me. Definitely.
Star Wars Battlefront 2 for me. Like I was hyped for that game. I've been not liking it, but I'm just forcing myself to go through it. But the joy will kick
like
in.
it, man.
It'll happen.
That campaign is fun. It's like a movie.
I know. I want to like it. I want to
You're
like it.
done.
I don't know what it is about it.
Don't talk to me, Jonathan.
I think I missed the
Done.
loot boxes right now.
You need loot boxes
this
to
whole
buy your
game
way.
garbage.
Oh my
You're just caught up by the media.
He's so
bullshit.
sad about the loot boxes he can't enjoy it.
He wants the loot boxes back in, not my Star Wars.
Not my loot box.
You know, I've got a game.
What game, Gunny?
Not my Battlefront 2.
You know what mine was? I think it was Red Faction Armageddon. It wasn't the open world one. It was the corridor shooter. I mean, it was okay, but it just seemed like a grind to get to the end. Yeah, I think I don't remember if it was Armageddon or not, but it was like the second Red Faction game.
You know what game this happened to me with?
Back in the 80s, for me, it could have used the second one. I could have used some extra levels in there. But, go on.
What was
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2.
Yeah, there's a great.
I kind of
No.
I kind of went through the end there, and I was like,
Oh, man.
Stupid
Well, no,
story. This is
completely.
fucking
I
stupid.
played the first one like a motherfucker. And the second one, I'm trying to think of reasons to play it. Like...
Yeah.
Like, I am having a hard time with this shit, for serious. Because I really like the game, but there really isn't in it...
I mean, I was liking it, and then like, what the problem with me was I had so many people like inviting me to their parties, and I know it's a stupid fucking complaint, 'cause, you know, you get online to game with people. Too many people want to play with you. That's a
I'm
stupid
too
complaint.
popular.
No, but the problem was that like
bothered.
gaming with other people or people that had already beat the mission, it was like they were rushing me through it, and I wasn't really enjoying it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they're like, all right, go here, let's go. And I'm like, well, fuck, man. Like, can I explore? Can I explore this map real quick? Look around. I like when I get in a game. When I get in a game, I like to look at the environment that they designed for me.
I
like
heard
an
you
Assassin's
like to walk around, check out
Creed.
your snow prints.
Like in Assassin's Creed, Creed Origins, I like to sit there and look at the marketplace and look at the people and just look around, man. I literally spin in circles. Like, I would walk in circles, man. And, like, that's what I do. Like, I'm not even kidding. I do this in, like, every game. In Star Wars, I did it. I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, I was doing that today in Assassin's Creed Origins, where
Yeah.
I came into, like you said, the marketplace, and or I was just near somebody's house, and this
like in
down
Assassin's
there on their
Creed,
hands and knees rolling out dough, and
or
I'm just
like
"Can
it
you make
fucking
pizza?"
like in Assassin's Creed, when you went to that like priest, like the whatever I think they call it, like a priest house or something, where the god lives or something, the temple.
Yes, where the
I was
poles are.
walking in circles. Yeah.
A pole house.
Everybody's doing something. The kids are playing.
Yeah, the
people
kids are
making
playing.
food, they're
There's
selling
people
food.
praying. There's like the priest walking around. There's things are going on, and
People
you're just
are
like,
praying. Yep.
huh.
Yeah,
You're
it's
just like
that
looking
world's
around. Like,
alive.
huh. It's pretty interesting. And it's just like, yeah, everything. I like to enjoy the world, man. I hate rushing through things, and I feel like in Destiny 2, I was rushed, and I blame you, Ryan.
Well, Destiny 2, this makes me mad because
Blame me.
Okay,
Why
so
did I
Destiny
rush
1,
you?
My favorite thing was the strikes, and there was like 4 levels of strikes in the past. There was like 3, there's like easy, medium, hard, and then there was like the nightfall strikes. And now there's either like easy and nightfall strikes. There's no other option in there, and it's either like play something with my friends that we get frustrated about and quit in like 30 minutes, or something that we blow through in like 20 minutes is way too fucking easy. There's no in between or whatever, and that's my hardest thing right now with that game, and it's driving me nuts because I want to like that game. It was one of my favorite games, and now it's like I'm just trying to find reasons to play it. And
I like those nightfall strikes. Those are fun.
But I mean, nightfall strikes are, I mean, they're alright, but would you rather have say a regular strike that was just very intense, that you didn't have the time limit on and stuff? Just like,
Absolutely. I say get rid of that stupid timer.
Yeah, exactly.
That timer does suck. It throws everything off because it's rushing you through it. You're going through there as fast as you can, and
there's parts of it where it's like, all right, get on your bike. We got to push past this part.
And that was the thing about
useless to fight these enemies.
In Destiny 1 Nightfall Strikes, it was all like they never had a time limit on there, but there was always all these modifiers. So you would like meticulously take your time to go through it, and it would take you a long time, but you would fucking just work your way through it. Now
you could figure it out easier, right? Because you have the time. You don't have to sit there and rush.
And now they just rush you, and it just feels so fucking weird. Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking on this one, but it's personally driving me nuts.
I think we're going to see a DLC that takes out the timers. I'm not even kidding about that. I think we will.
Right. I want a heroic strike.
And John, what about also with some of those strikes where it's 3-player? Do you wish it was 4, 5? I mean, is the number okay?
No, because the 3 players is all right, because that's what it was on Destiny 1. But on that note, so did you guys hear about the expansion that's coming out December 5th, the Curse of Osiris?
Yeah. So
they're going to basically implement this new thing that me and a bunch of people are still trying to wrap our heads around. Is basically It's a
I posted something about it, but you guys had already put it up.
What the hell is it called? It's something a layer. Oh, it's a raid layer is what it's called.
Yeah.
So basically, instead of being a raid with like a bunch of components and takes about like 6 hours of gameplay, they're making these like little one-offs where it's the same raid, but you go, instead of going up and doing the rest of it, you go down, and it sounds like a very small encounter. They're like micro raids is what they're kind of hoping for. So 6 players, you go in. There's probably going to be some puzzle that you have to figure out and then beat it. I'm hoping it's within an hour. But I'm kind of I'm optimistic about these, but I only see them going 1 or 2 expansions, and then after that, either they have to introduce a new raid, or if they continue with the like raid layers on a previous raid, is gonna fucking suck. So that's basically where I'm at.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to just play with 5 other randoms, and and of course everybody knows what they need to do, even though we.
Well, I guess that's the other thing is, okay, so on these raid layers, my coworker was when I was talking to my coworker about this. So he's like, "Hey, is it? Do you know if it's gonna be matchmaking or if it's gonna be as it is? Because that's gonna be basically the difference of it. If it's matchmaking, that means it's gonna be way easier.
Yes.
The puzzles aren't gonna be as intense.
They will.
I don't think they are. I think it's gonna be you have to form your 6-person group, and I think the encounter you do is gonna be fucking tough. Basically, I assume it's going to be like the TV stage on the Wrath of the Machines from Destiny 1, which was fucking hard. So I think that's what it's going to be. But like 6 players, you run in and you have to do like this hard-ass encounter and beat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Enough Destiny 2 talk, folks.
All right. Fine. Destiny 2. We'll see what
got us off on a tangent there.
So yeah.
What about you, Ryan? Is there any games that you've played that you're like, man, this is just a grind. I'm gonna finish this.
Actually, oh well, that's a good one. Actually, yeah. I didn't even think about that. I was thinking more about earlier today when I was in a party with Gunny. I was saying to him how I was kind of really bored with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, you told me the same thing.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm not feeling this right now. But again, it picked up after a while, and I started, I got to the Cleopatra part, and that kind of...
Oh, you met her and shit?
Picked things up, yeah.
Her party. She was having a rooftop party, too.
Yeah.
Mario Kart.
It was a rooftop party, wasn't it? I think she was like on a balcony rooftop thing. It was like open air.
Yeah.
Party like rooftop party.
Anyways, but yeah, I mean but I got through that, so it didn't really stop me. But Cuphead, yeah, I mean that kind of stopped me. I got to a point where I'm just like, I can't beat anything else.
Yeah, you stopped enjoying it, and you're like, whatever.
I'll go back to it though. Hey, you know what? Debris made me stop playing.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Hey, has there been any news on when Cuphead is going to be like 2-player cooperative online versus 2-player co-op?
I haven't heard anything. I heard that it was supposed to get that, but I don't know about when.
That'll probably be next year sometime.
I picked it up myself, so whenever that goes active, I mean, that'll be a thing.
What about you, Gunny? Is there any games that you've played that you're just like, oh, this is... I guess I'll finish this. I guess.
Yeah, I already said what it was. It was in fact Red Faction Armageddon.
Yeah.
Where it was like, am I done yet? Is this the end? How far do I have to go? Just keep going down the corridor for like, 7 hours.
Yeah. So, but guys, real quick at the end of the show here, I want to tell you real quick, the Star Wars Battlefront 2 actually does run at native 4K resolution on the Xbox One X. This was a thing that people were saying that it was not going to do because it only runs at 1440p on the PlayStation 4 Pro. But Digital Foundry recently did a bunch of tests on it, and it says that it does run 2160p native 4K. Sometimes it goes down to 1800p on the Xbox One X, while it achieves a maximum of 1440 pixels on the PlayStation 4 Pro, and it drops down at times to 1296p on the PlayStation 4 Pro. They're even recommending that if you have a PlayStation 4 Pro, to actually play Star Wars Battlefront 2 on a 1080p display to have a better experience on the PlayStation 4 Pro, and to play it on a 4K screen if you have an Xbox One X. Because you'll get the best experiences with that. Many people were worried about this because they were saying that DICE had marketing agreements with PlayStation 4 and for Star Wars. So they were saying like they were going to dumb it down or hold it back to make it run on par with the PlayStation 4 version. But
you got to remember something too, Jesus. They said the same thing about Destiny, and now they're saying that Destiny's going to run 4K on Xbox.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, I mean. And it says here that even when the resolution drops down to 1800 on the Xbox One X, it is able to maintain a 60 frames per second at all times, no matter what.
Oh, man, I don't even care. Like, on my Xbox One, like, there's a couple times where it gets really, like, I'm surprised at how bad the resolution is. Like, I'll see boxes and shit, but I'm so drunk and so stoned, I don't even care.
Classic example here.
It just doesn't matter anymore.
I don't even care.
It's like, I see that box, but I don't care.
No matter. So, fuck. Yeah.
I'm just saying,
you don't matter to me, Jaggies.
4K, fuck you. So, yeah.
1080p, fuck you. Whatever you display at. I don't care. Same
thing with the Wolfenstein. I mean, the new Wolfenstein game that runs at 4K native on the Xbox One X, and it runs only at 1440 on the PS4 Pro.
I played that game on both 1080p display and 4K display, because when I got it the day before I got my X.
Yeah, you did.
And I started,
which one made your dick harder?
dude, the Xbox One X.
In a non-sexual harassment way, of course.
Yes. the One X, it looked amazing, man. It looked really good.
Dude, that's a game I gotta play.
You could really see the difference between the two.
And real quick, on a rant note here to get my friend Mark.
Oh, yeah. You got him riled up, didn't you?
I'm going to get him riled up again. If you're listening, Wingman, you're crazy, man. The 4K and the HDR is a huge difference over the S.
Jesus, I was listening to this same show as you were talking.
I was listening as well.
I was screaming at my I was listening to it in the van, and I'm like, what are you talking about, Wing? I'm like, fucking, you could totally see the difference.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you gotta see that stupid insect thing. And then he's like, I saw the insect thing. It's like, what? And then you made a comment telling him to get his fucking eyes checked, and I think he does need to get his eyes checked. I don't know what's going on there, man. Holy
Come
fuck.
on, Wing. You just gotta get more stoned or more drunk. That's all you gotta do. You won't even care.
But like I'm gonna say that, because at the end of the day, I think that the Xbox One X is actually a big improvement over the last console, and not just speed wise, but resolution wise. I mean, people are not really paying attention to that. That is a huge difference. About games that look good on the original Xbox. I mean, they look amazing now, man, and they're getting enhanced. A lot of these games are. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see how Red Dead 2 is going to look, how Far Cry 5 is going to look, how these other games are going to look once they do get enhanced, because there's games on the list that haven't been enhanced, but they're already out, and they're just working on the patches, right? So we'll see.
I mean, I don't know if it was a question on that at all or whatever, someone answered, but what is one, like, OG Xbox game or whatever that you would like to actually see pop up on the
Rise
full backwards compatible thing?
Rise.
No, he's talking about original
OG
Xbox.
Oh, like OG Xbox?
Or even 360, like, yeah, which one would you actually like to see pop up on there? Like,
Jade Empire.
I don't know of any OG Xbox games that I really want to play.
Or even 360, because actually my example is funny. I picture myself to OG, and mine was a 360 example, but I want to see fucking Space Marine on there, that 40K game. That was fucking...
Oh, yeah. That was a good game.
It was a hell of a good game, but... Like, it had a good multiplayer, but it just died off because of being on 360.
I didn't care for that multiplayer. I tried it, but I enjoyed the single-player campaign. It was really good.
They had a good 4-player horde mode on there.
They're constantly trying to push that game on Steam and Humble Bundle, and I'm like, played it, loved it.
Is it Space Marine or your Eternal Crusade or whatever?
I mean, they're pushing them all the time, but...
Yeah.
I just
want to see Space Marine pop up on
I
there.
want to see Crysis 2. Because that game made Xbox 360s melt.
Nice.
Yeah. that game was a staple in doing like graphics card tests and shit like that for a long ass time. Because on PC you could push the fucking shit out of it and it would look fucking pretty. Like
so that's basically
really
the benchmark. So.
Yeah.
It was like the game that everybody compared to, for the longest time. And I remember like it looked good on the 360. I could just imagine what it would look like on a new Xbox, even the Xbox One. But we haven't got that backwards compatible, so I don't know what's going on with that. It's an EA property, right?
Yeah.
Crysis, is it?
I think EA
yeah, it was.
I don't think so. I don't think that's
CryEngine.
Oh, was it CryEngine? I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure EA was the publisher though of that game.
Yeah, and then there was Crysis for.
I had the old Robotech game on my Xbox. I saw the disc for that. I'm hoping to throw it in my Xbox, whatever.
Hey, but to Wingman's defense, my buddy, he did say HDR looks better on the X.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can totally tell the difference between 4K.
But the 4K,
and off,
yeah.
You know.
Come on, Wee Man. The 4K looks fucking crazy good. Get your
There's definitely a bigger difference between the 4K and the HDR. Like turning HDR on and off is a way bigger difference than 4K on and off, but you can see the difference.
Right.
You know.
I mean, and then of course
you would see it off and there would be like, just minor details, little like specks or something that would pop up when it was 4K because the colors would pop more and then the backgrounds would be better. I don't know. It's just
the lines and everything look less blurry, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I have the TV now hooked up to my cable box, whatever, hooked up through the Xbox, which I don't really watch live television, but I did hook it up through there. So when I went into, let's say, watch TV, I was like, oh, yeah, that doesn't look so good.
Because your cable box is in 4K?
It's not in 4K. So it was trying to upscale it.
I have a 4K TV and I have my shit set up to it, but so it's great for playing video games, but for other movie watching, it's way too clear. It feels like whatever filters the movies put on such shit is no longer there, so everything looks like it's really homemade or homemade porn or some shit like that. It's
there was a thing that I watched on Netflix. It's a show on there. I mentioned it plenty of times on the show. It's called Meridian. And I was watching that, and it's shot in 4K HDR, but the guys look too real. It looks like it's based in the 1950s or 30s or 40s. It's old-timey, right? And these two guys are sitting there talking in the first episode, and they're in this office, and they're smoking cigarettes. And it looks too clear. I'm like, this is not.
Mine's uncomfortably clear. It looks.
This
really
guy
odd.
looks like he's I could touch him. He's right this little window, and I could just go in there. It's really weird.
I went to the same thing with my 4K.
That's kind of what you want, right? It's a beautiful picture, but at the same time, it's like.
I think it's the same reason. The guys that made Stranger Things, I thought they made some press thing saying if you're gonna watch our show in 4K, you have to do some certain things to your TV to dumb it down a bit to actually make this viewable.
I watched it in 4K and I didn't.
Yeah, no, they actually put out a big thing saying what TV settings they want you to watch your show under because the 4K.
Now you gotta calibrate the TV
settings. You have to download
settings?
An app so you can program your TV to watch.
From now on, we're gonna have to readjust our TVs every time we watch 4K content.
Take out that HDMI
for every different TV show.
You're gonna use this weird coaxial cable. It's gonna be uncomfortable, but just screw it in and you'll be good. Do it.
That's weird.
But you know what I find TV-wise 4K is even so good for is sports.
Yeah, I
don't really watch.
Oh man, sports is amazing.
To watch a hockey game in 4K with the white ice, you can really see everything. You know what I mean? Or even football, the fucking green.
I heard that.
That sounds tight.
I've heard that Madden 18 looks really good on the new Xbox. They really fucking went all out on that shit, and they really enhanced it big.
You guys check out the socks and
should play that.
and NBA 2K18. My wife worked on those. It was awesome.
Yeah, the threading. Oh my gosh.
But guys, keep an eye out next week. It's going to be a huge week for gamers, as we all know. Black Friday is here, so yeah.
Get your baseball bat
PS4
ready.
Pro. It's gonna be. I'm looking at GameStop deals right now. It's gonna be down to $350. The standard PS4 is gonna be down to $200 with the $50 gift card as well, so it's $150.
Xbox One S is gonna be $189.
Yeah, Xbox One, for $190. And it says here, GameStop will also take $50 off of all the Xbox One S 1 terabyte systems. So the Middle Earth Shadow of War bundle is going to be down to $300, instead of $350. It says here that the Switch is on the flyer, but it says $300 for the price.
No PSVR bundles in there?
It says that they're going to be selling the Zelda-themed 2DS bundle. And you can get a free Xbox 360 at GameStop for Black Friday. Not even kidding. No. So basically, you go into GameStop. GameStop, and the Xbox 360 will be $50, and you do a mail-in rebate for $50, and you get $50 back.
Oh, nice.
So I think they're banking.
Who does mailing rebates anymore?
That's what they're banking on. That's what they're banking on.
It's the same time with 14-year-olds that get a fucking 360 for Christmas.
Yeah.
You asshole. I hate you, Dad. I hate you, Mom. Fuck you.
I said an Xbox One X, not an Xbox 360.
Like, oh my god, it's an Xbox. Oh, it's a 360.
Fucking a used 360 at that is probably gonna be
Refurbished, baby. 256 megabyte storage.
Oh, that it's gonna have that 512 megabyte.
Those
Yeah.
parents have a special place in hell, is all I gotta say.
To buy a hard drive is $10 extra.
No. All the
have a
Xbox 360s have a 4 gig hard drive at
Oh, they
least.
do. No, not they're selling the arcade ones.
Yeah, well,
I don't think those are all fucking died by now. You own one of those still? I mean, you're fucking keep that thing. It's a relic.
You go online and play people, God, the
those
player
fucking
base on some of this shit has to be like not there.
Hey, Jonathan, check it out. The PlayStation VR Gran Turismo Sport Bundle will be $300, while the standalone PlayStation VR headset will go for $200.
Oh, shit.
So there you go.
That's pretty fucking tight. Nice.
And you can get yourself a PS4 Gold wireless headset for $65. Damn.
I got a pretty nice headset though.
Xbox Live will be on sale. There's gonna be a few sales, man. Destiny 2 will be $27.
Oh.
And it comes with like a free Cage 6 toy, like a little figure thing.
Huh.
There's plenty of games that are going to be on sale. Well, we'll see how it all works out. Lots of $10, $20 games. But, guys, that's it. That's all I have.
let's get us out of
Why?
here, Jesus.
Isn't there more? I want to hear more.
Nope, that's all I have.
Damn it.
Fuck.
All right, Jesus, get us out of here.
Alrighty, man. All right. And wait a minute. If you want an Assassin's Creed Origins game with the Yeti microphone, you can get it for your PC for $100.
So all Assassin's Creed podcasters out there.
There you go. I used the Yeti microphone, man. Then the one that they sell you with it. Yeah, the one they sell you with it actually is like the Assassin's Creed theme one, so it's like red and gold, I think.
I think I'm
that's
sporting
cool.
a Yeti
Yeah.
myself.
I've seen the red one before, and that looks fucking sweet.
It's like red and gold, and it has like the Assassin's Creed, like the assassin symbol on it.
Yeah.
It looks really cool, actually. I kind of liked it. Anyways, guys.
I like mine. I got the black one.
You're all fancy,
gray
man.
one.
I got the gray one, too. I'm going to spray paint mine black. With that being said, that was the end of the show. Wingman, get your eyes checked. Gamers, go buy the deals.
We're gonna have him on next week to defend himself.
We need. You know what, Wingman? If you want to come on next week to defend yourself, more like redeem yourself, and actually, like you calibrated your TV or something, or you did go and set up an eye doctor appointment, and you got your eyes checked, and you see the 4K now. Come back. We're willing to have you on the show, Wingman.
Wingman, you're always welcome on the show, man. Come on.
We love you.
Anytime.
Wingman from the Xbox Live podcast.
Wingman is awesome. But yeah, with that being said, you can find me on Xbox Live, guys. Gamertag Jesuswalksalot. This week I'll be playing lots of games like Battlefront 2 and Assassin's Creed, and I'll be on my Switch playing some Mario, man, because I need to get that game done.
Do it.
I already blasted through the Star Wars campaign. That was pretty quick, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna go sit down and like do the same thing that I did with the Star Wars game and just sit down for like 5 or 6 hours and blast through it.
Mario will take you long to get to the end, and then there's like, it's sort of the same as what I was saying with Wolfenstein. It opens up at the end, and you can do some of the, like, all the bosses. You can redo all the bosses, and they're harder this time, and you like, they get harder and harder. You can keep redoing them. You have to get so many moons to get to the next stage, because there's 2 levels after you finish the game.
More moons.
You can unlock. You have to go collect more moons in order to fucking get to the next 2 stages.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool, actually. All right.
More moons, Jesus. More moons.
That's what I'm working on.
All the moons.
Gotta get those moons.
All the moons.
Moons.
But, guys, I love you. I'm done. I'm out of here. Where can we find you, Gunny?
Find me on Steam and on Xbox Live under gamertag Gunnychief.
Gunnychief.
You know what?
Ryan,
Shout out to the
Johnathan.
community, guys. They all bought Switches this week, it seems like.
Yeah,
I didn't buy a Switch.
Your Black Friday deals on the Horrible Gamers Facebook group.
Oh, well, I'm going to post those deals right now.
Speaking of Black Friday deals, I forgot about this because everyone was kind of playing Pinball FX 3 recently.
Oh, wow.
There's a bunch of tables
It's a new
on
thing.
sale in the Black Friday.
Thanks for reminding me.
Or in the, so check
You know
them
what?
out.
I'm going to get in on that. I'm going to get in on that right now. After the show,
Do it.
Get on Xbox.
Do
I'm
it,
gonna get
man.
on
It's
pinball.
It's
Some fucking
$5.
pinball.
It's $5.
It's the sensation taking over the nation.
Yeah.
Pinball.
Pinball
with a fucking
sensation.
The
tongue.
pinball sensation taking the world by storm. Where can we find you, Ryan?
You can find me on Xbox Live, Steam, and PSN. Sometimes, maybe PSN if a game comes out for the PlayStation, under Gib8777. I'm on Mixer and Twitch and all that stuff too. So hit me up. Jonathan, what about you?
Oh,
Johnny.
You can look me up on Penpointred on Xbox and PS4 and SoundCloud and other shit. I'm pretty much playing, I'll play Star Wars Battlefront and stuff, but I'd rather be playing Titanfall. So if you hit me up on Titanfall, I'll totally accept you on that shit on either system. So Titanfall 1, Titanfall 2, hit me up. I am game. Other than that, I'll be playing anyways on Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Destiny and shit.
We should get on that tonight. Play some Star Wars.
Oh, actually, right after this, I'm down. Yeah, I'll be loading it right up.
Get it,
Yeah,
Gunny.
hit me
Start the download, Gunny, so you can play some Star Wars with us.
I thought you were gonna play pinball, Jesus.
Well, I am. I'm gonna buy the pinball tables while they're downloading them. We're playing some Star Wars.
Won't take long to download.
I'm waiting until
Download.
loot boxes come back actually on Star
You
Wars.
want me to beat your scores? You
Out.
trying to? You
Where my
don't
loot
want me to.
boxes?
You don't want me to bust out my pinball skills. I used to be
I just want people to play pinball, man. That's all I want.
pinball esports champion.
Dude, hit it up then. Play. Have some fun.
Yeah, good job
Let's do
holding your
this.
title, Ryan.
We'll
by the
have
way.
a horrible game.
I see those posts. Like everyone
Pinball
who's
FX3.
friends with you.
The Horrible Gamers Tournament of Pinball Effects. Whoever has the highest scores at the end of the year will win a trophy. Someone has to make a trophy, though, guys, because I'm not making a
Graphic
trophy.
design, like
This is it right here. We're announcing it officially.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever has the highest score at the end of the year will win
On
the
what table?
Horrible Gamers.
I can make their picture. I will make them the Horrible Gamers profile pic in the background or whatever, or the like. I can make that shit happen.
There you go. There you go.
We
And
need to pick a few tables and just put it on the
like
group.
2 or 3 tables, and you have to have at least 2 out of the 3 best scores to win the full thing. And no,
I
wait.
have to.
No, not you.
Everybody,
Not you.
whoever
Pick
wins,
three that you get
whoever's in the
10 zillion
tournament,
points on.
and whoever has the highest score is going to be the winner.
Okay, rules coming soon.
There's going to be rules to this.
No, I
shit.
just I need to look at what tables everybody owns.
What are
You
the
know
standard
I mean?
ones?
Like,
What's the standard ones? Like the free ones. That has to be free ones, right?
Sorcerer's Lair is the only free one.
Oh, lame. It has to be something where we all find like a standard set to buy, or cheap set or something.
There's the Zen Classics are on sale right now.
Okay.
I feel like everybody
that's
has
all, like,
the
original
Dead
stuff.
or
Well, I don't have any of the tables really. I have the Star Wars ones, but
I got the Star Wars ones too.
Yeah, I have all of them, so doesn't matter for me.
details to come, guys. Get ready.
Yes.
Get your
Yeah,
hammer it out.
Talk about this after the
pinball tournaments coming. It's gonna be
Horrible
blood.
Gamers Pinball Tournament.
Microtransactions up the ass. Here we
You
go.
know what? I might try and get him in contact
You
with,
can pay for a
with
couple
Zen.
extra balls.
Get in contact with Zen. Yes.
there you
See
go.
if I can get them to do something with
Oh yeah.
this.
We're gonna have an
That'd be
official
tight.
tournament of the Horrible Gamers. Zen Studios official tournament. We're doing this,
Horrible.
guys. We're doing this. We love you guys. Johnathan, Penpointred, Gib 8777, Henley, Gunnychief, Jesuswalksalot. Bye. We're done. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. See you on the next
Transactions up
week's
my ass.
edition of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Bye.
Brush your teeth and go to bed.
Good night.
Bye. Bye.
He works hard for the money.
So much
for the
booze,
money.
so much liquor, and
Works hard for the money.
people love their whiskey, man.
Damn right.
Their whiskey and vodka. Holy.
You're holding your head like you've been drinking it.
Yeah, man. Well, I gotta
You kept
deliver it,
making me do shots.
deliver it by hand. You know, it's like, whoo, man.
That campaign is hard. I didn't realize how much I suck at fucking video games until I play that.
It's hard.
Well, I feel that she only takes like a couple of shots. Like, you can only get shot so many times and then you fall. Like,
Yeah.
you do that.
Yeah, what do you expect, bro?
I expect Marcus Phoenix has gotten spoiled.
Right, yeah.
Revive me.
I don't think anything happened in the video game industry this week, right?
Oh, there's quite a bit of news.
Fucking crazy week. At least nothing's going on with microtransactions this week. EA's been pretty quiet. Don't know what's going on with those guys.
If I fall asleep, Jesus, just yell at me. Well, I won't fall asleep, but I'll zone out, probably.
Better not fall asleep, motherfucker.
Shit. Just smoke some of that Star Wars crystal, man.
Yeah.
Fund it. You can buy it on Xbox. I guess you can't buy it anymore.
Star Wars Blue Crystal. It sparkles, yeah.
You gotta get that pussy, Jesus.
Gotta have the pussy. Yeah.
The thing is, it's expensive to have a cat, man. Like, people don't think it's expensive, but that shit adds up, dude.
I know, for $100, I could have been beta neutered. Shit.
Fucking weird.
I know some people do it for free.
What about me?
I know a guy named Joe. He'll do it for free.
Do you guys watch Star Wars Rebels at all? It's on like Disney XD. Pretty good shit. That show makes me cry a lot for some reason.
Really? I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Jonathan, it sounds like you're smoking a lot of weed and watching it.
Right, it's Star Wars Rebels.
Disney
That makes me cry by the end of it. I'm always like, where's my microtransactions?
Oh, shit.
Watch Disney XD shows and start crying.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, why would we be crying over this? Rebels? Really?
It's sad. It's some heavy shit. What's crazy is, so all those guys have been like Star Wars
The
Rebels.
story that dark?
Reading into the plot too much.
Well, none of those guys are in the Future X, the Star Wars movies. So they all die by the time that fucking Rogue One comes out or whatever. They're all gonna die. You just know this. So every episode, I'm wrecked by the end of it because I think they're gonna die every episode.
Yeah, it is doom and gloom. I noticed that.
Ooh, man, the entire point of Star Wars is bad motherfuckers trying to destroy the galaxy, and there's people trying to stop them.
Then we have this fucking Lucero bitch just going on and just killing all the Ewoks and killing all the rebels, and here we go.
And so they're crying. The Ewoks, how did you kill my Ewoks?
Ewoks.
Catch me outside.
Oh, I need to stand up more. My legs are giving out. Fuck.
Wheel
Microtransaction, that shit.
Fortune.
If you buy the EA bundle pack, they give you the stand-up pack. It'd be awesome. Stretch your legs. It just shows you on the screen. Stand up. For 30 seconds.
It's like the Wii. Remember when the Wii used to tell you to stop playing?
Oh, yeah. It would tell you, yeah.